Welcome back, max suits and liberators and light assaults and infiltrators, to yet another round of Outfit Wars. Planet Side 2. Hot off the Araxian press. We got Western Tactical versus Araxis Iron Guard coming up in about 22 minutes. And after that, time permitting, the Hells Angels versus the Wild Cards. Stay tuned for that. Let's check in with our co-caster, Zagzy. Sir Zagzy. Seems our co-caster is taking a powder, having a bite to eat.
Yo, what's up?
There he is.
Is stream on?
Yeah, man.
Okay. I'm logging on. S3X1 AxIG.
Yeah, dude. Western Tactical, Araxis Iron Guard. They're somewhere like in the middle of the Connery pack, it looks like.
I think AxIG is also like a relatively new, like, I know they reformed, so they are like relatively new, so to speak.
They pulled off a really fun victory against the Hells Angels last week.
Right, that was a really good match. But wonder how the matches are going tonight. I really can't tell. Like, I know S3X1 is able to bring a lot of people, and then the AxIG. Yeah, I can't wait. It'll be super exciting.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, my brain is so full of Outfit Wars. Like, I feel like I just need to get into the match and watch the ESFs fly around before any of it starts making sense to me. Like,
Gotcha.
You stare too long into the abyss. It stares back into you. I'm gonna cast Arshi TV, cast in the world. There he is, boys and girls. Arshi TV, ladies and gents.
I gotta make an account. So it is TR versus VS, and then NC versus TR. So, I hate to ask this, but which match are we casting first?
Western Tactical versus Praxis Iron Guards. It's going to be match number 5, and warm-up should have just begun. I'm going to hop in.
VS OBSX 56.
Oh, it put me on Team Alpha. Why did it do that? This is... Maybe it's just a visual thing? I'm not sure. Huh.
I've been told that it's best not to actually I have no clue. Never mind.
Hang on a second. I'm just going
I just made an account.
Leave the match. I'm doing freelance on an NSO.
Gotcha.
That I thought was the best practice.
Let's see. All right. Observe match.
I don't want to take up someone's slot though.
It's fine.
Is it though?
I don't know.
I don't think I have enough certs on this character to afford a faction alignment. Hang on, I just hop on one of my alts. So this is going to be NC versus TR. So maybe I'll just hop on my Vanu. Yeah, I'll just hop on the Vanu character. Give my original Planet Side 2 character some love.
So it's 5, okay. Observe match 5. I'm 8. But yeah, no, just to talk about the teams a little bit, so just Western Tactical and AxIG, right? Like, in terms of like what we can expect, like I know AxIG is a lot more like air, like traditionally like Galaxy, and they'll drop on points, and they're very well rounded. WTAC, It's not some of that elements as well, but they're a lot more focused on the armor. So I think WTAC's going to do a big armor push at the start. But we'll just have to see, really. Like,
Yep.
we don't know what the genius Dr. Moneypants sort of thought of prior to this match.
And I can't wait to find out.
Me too. Me too.
Oh, what the fuck? It has me in someone's squad?
Hello, Nina.
Oh, maybe it's because
Maybe I have
what's it
auto
called?
join turned on? That doesn't seem right.
Yeah. It's like a tutor squad or whatever it's called.
No, I'm in the
Venture squad,
sexy
venture squad.
platoon.
Oh.
Hang on a second. This is weird.
Watch out.
I think
there
that my
is a
character is
action
technically
bonus.
in Hell's Angels,
And
but
snipers.
I didn't join their match. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I will say that you
I'm
should
zoning
probably
out.
leave that platoon as soon as possible.
Yeah, man, of course. I don't know why I was even in it. Okay, I left the platoon. I'm gonna leave the outfit.
Okay.
Because I'm not planning to play for him. I forgot I was even in there, in the outfit, if I'm totally honest. How do I leave?
You got to do the outfit thing.
Leave outfit. Okay.
Uh-oh, it looks like I'm stuck in... Well, I'm stuck in terrain again. Damn, I have a propensity to get stuck in just things that I should not be getting stuck in.
Okay, I am not in a platoon. I'm not Alpha or Omega colors. This is promising. Let's see how we're doing. See if we're in the right match. Looking at the Omega Warp Gate, I see Western Tactical forming up. And in the Alpha Warp Gate, which is totally on the other side,
Let's see here.
seeing Araxis Iron Guard, it looks like. Yep, and even tags are working. Let's go. Cool.
Oh, you know what? Fate and Viking is doing a match too. I didn't
Yep.
know about that. I might watch that VOD later.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one, dude. Gonna be a good one. Almost as good as this one, I think.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see, like, wonder about AxIG's gonna play the armor game, really. WTAC's not as fast. They're average, like, in terms of speed. I think mostly just that the vehicles may slow them down a bit. But, I still really I'm genuinely curious. I'm gonna take a quick peek.
Yeah, dude. Last week when I saw them play the Angels, the Hell's Angels had more of an air presence and they were a bit more reactive. But the Araxis Iron Guard just grinded them out, man. Just grinded them out.
Right.
And their cohesion was pretty strong, if my recollection's correct.
Cohesion on both sides was incredibly strong. I mean, just the culture on Connery is just a little different, like a lot more focused on winning and doing a lot of battle and just brute force and stuff.
Yeah, I was chatting with Pale Tiger a few weeks ago. He referred to it as being more smelly.
He's not wrong
imagine,
there.
If you could imagine him saying that, yeah.
He's not wrong there.
Okay, we got about 13 minutes to go before Western Tactical versus Araxis Iron Guard kicks off. Here on the Nexus Glacier subcontinent in PlanetSide 2, season... What is this? I guess this is sort of technically
right?
season 1, but it's sort of season 4. I think Rel wants us all to believe that the first 3 seasons of this were all just alphas, quote unquote, but I feel like no one actually treated them like alphas. In any case, Jared Spratley protests we don't smell. Hey, I'm just quoting Pale Tiger. I'm a mere journalist in this this interaction.
Yeah. We got a couple we got a bunch of time. Is there like a specific topic you would like to speak upon?
Oh, brother. So, I saw it posted in a Discord between matches here, sort of a preview of what the matchups for next week might look like based on the point totals and the wins and losses, there are some really good looking even matchups coming up in the final week of qualifiers. It's going to be really interesting to watch. I am still wondering, and everyone I've asked about this has been like, oh no, it probably won't be a problem. But I am still wondering if we're going to see cases where certain outfits who maybe are in the top 8 in ability don't make the playoffs because of the way these qualifiers are working, where they're making sure that equal skilled teams play each other early on. I'm not really sure though. I'm not really sure.
I think if you were able to make top 8, like, I think there's a reason if someone's in top 8, there's probably a reason they're in top 8. And I think this format this time around is with the rules and whatnot is a lot less difficult to have like no shows, so to speak. And even then, if it's like a no show, like 3/4 of a platoon, right? Like that's still a fight. Like half a platoon, that's still a fight. Like that's not just like an instant win, so to speak. So I will say though, like even if it was like a steamroll, like it's not as bad because the warp gates make their games a lot faster. So it's a lot less like just death, you know.
I appreciate that aspect of it. It's a nice bit of design. Yeah, I don't know. In that very same spreadsheet that I was referring to, it actually suggested that we might get to see a Gobs B-Way matchup next week. So, in successive weeks, Gobs will have played the 2 of the sort of presumptive rivals of them in the
Gobs has
the Crown of Emerald.
Gobs has done really well this time around in Outfit Wars, especially like they've been able to leverage like the political game and was able to like gather all these really good players, right? And I'm not.
What kind of politicking did they do? Do tell.
Not necessarily just politics, but just able to leverage like, you know, they had friends. Let's just say they have a lot of friends in every server, and they were able to use that to their advantage, right? They're very social outfit, right? And you see that in the Jaeger events Discord, where they're always just joking about, and if you ever join in one of their squads, you know, they're not really ever taking it seriously. It's super fun to play with them.
Huh. Well, that's an enormous strength. Being liked and being enjoyable to be around has got to be it's an important property of attracting you know, talented players in a game like this.
Yep. And you know, overall, Jim is an incredibly talented leader, and that sort of talent just attracts other talented leaders to, you know, gather around him and help him lead. And this go around, like, he's able to get quite a few, like, which are typically like Emerald friend fit players. Like they're just kind of in their own social circle. Nothing wrong with that. It's just like a thing. And then he was able to get those guys to help him, you know, and it's fantastic what he's got there. And just touching base a bit on like what Sale was talking about, like the colliding philosophies. And I think in this case, like Goblin Tribe has shown that this philosophy, their philosophy in practice is a lot better.
Yeah, it's interesting. I gotta listen to that interview. It sounds like Sales shared some pretty interesting insights, which is pretty fun because I kind of expect him to be pretty quiet in these interviews. So it's pretty cool that people got to hear a little bit about that perspective. There are many different planet-side philosophies, and in a sense, you look at these outfits, like you sort of see those philosophies, you know, in conflict.
Yeah.
Man, this pre-game discussion is really reaching, dude. We are really working for it.
Jim's a nice guy. I really like him.
Jim, who's Jim is not a name I'm familiar with.
Frogmite. So
okay.
His name used to be Jump Rope Jim. I think he uses Frogmite now. I don't know there's a joke behind that. I don't know.
That I am familiar with. Yeah, him and I have spoken. I didn't know he went by Jim.
I believe he used to. And I just say Jim just mostly just to, like, you know, I don't know, it's faster, I guess.
How dare you, sir?
But yeah, he's a nice guy.
Okay,
Really good player. Yeah.
so Frog Mike from Goblin Jumpers is an official OG. Love him. Next
Yep.
topic. All right, so let's do a little bit of fantasizing. Okay, let's talk about the fights we want to see happen. So, it felt like we were about to get an Arazek fight earlier in the evening when we were watching the War Pigs take on Vanu Supports All. Also, the first match of the day, which I can no longer remember.
Safari versus 17BR.
Thank you, Safari v Exercito Brasilia.
XBR.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
So,
Just,
what kind of fights do you want to see happen?
I kind of want to hear what you want to. What do you want to see to happen? You know.
You know, in my heart of hearts, I still want to see like a dueling, like a totally pointless dueling Sunderer infantry battle over the top of the Granite Head overhead.
Granite Head.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you put a Sunderer here on this side in this little crevice, and you put a Sunderer over here on the other side so that they don't have line of sight from each other, and the infantry are trying to jump off, light assaults or whatever, and they're just fragging out here and trying to flank each other and shit.
Kind of like fighting in midair, right?
I would. That's my fantasy outfit wars fight that I don't think will ever happen because of the air to ground and shit. But that's what I'm thinking. What about you?
You know, personally, I really want to see like a fight on these mountains, like these surrounding, just like an infantry fight, like on top of these mountains, kind of just like, kind of like a James Bond movie. Was that one Bond movie where like they're
Oh,
like
yeah.
sliding down, kind of like that,
I know what you're referring to.
right? Alternatively, I would love to see like a warp gate vehicle fight because we really haven't seen any of those yet. Like a fight on the open field, like it's kind
You're
of like
right.
like Eastern Europe kind of situation.
All out
And they're
war,
pl-
baby.
Exactly, and
Yeah,
then
just
like
between the warp gate and the Nexus, just like I want to see two tank lines just fucking going
Right.
straight for each other.
right, I would love to see that. That'd be such an
Uh,
epic fight to watch.
That would be amazing. You have the anti-vehicle turrets hacked and pounding at the warp gate. Glorious. Yeah, it's a pretty good one, man.
Hey, D,
So,
what do you think about like the type of openers that we'll see today?
I'm not expecting speed from Araxis Iron Guard. That's not their strength.
Mhm.
I don't know Western. I mean, that's actually not true. I have jumped into Western Tactical match. I would imagine Western Tactical might be a little faster on the jump, but what I would watch out for is Araxis Iron Guard choosing to like picking their lane and what they choose to do. It feels to me like if you're trying to leverage armor, a more obvious play to make is Bittergorge, because
Mhm.
you have the slopes coming up from Slate Canyon and Argent Hold, which gives you a great overview over the canyon and the ability to leverage sky guards to knock down any air that's floating up there. And that of course opens up a quick avenue to Granite Head. I've really been interested watching these fights at Granite Head. It does seem like they're primarily dominated by just droppers coming in, but I have seen a few Sunderers get snuck in from the Arazek side over here
Right.
to the southeast, over by this I don't know what door number this is in the powerhouse at B.
I think it's just a short door.
Yeah,
I think I know what you're talking about.
yes, yeah, exactly. So I would kind of, in my heart of hearts, like to see an actual fight on the A point at Granite Head.
Granite Head.
It-
Underneath, right?
It's such a huge room with so little cover. It would just be like a total bloodbath. It is such a weird, like, I don't like aesthetically. It's just fun to look at.
I'm actually not sure. Okay, so here's an entrance to it. I will say, I think one of the reasons we really haven't seen the fight here is because it's so close to a spawn that
Mhm.
like I think fights just get snuffed out really quick in some cases.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call out, man. Anyway,
Yeah.
just things that would be cool, but probably won't happen for 500.
Yep.
Anyway, we're about a minute and a half out from the buzzer for
Mhm.
Western Tactical versus Araxis Iron Guard. I think, of course, we would both love to see an honest-to-God contest over AxIG SATCOM Hub.
Oh man, I
still
want to
haven't
see
gotten the
like a
proper
whole
tech plan
platoon
fight.
fight.
Yes.
In a way, I kind of hope in the future they kind of force this lane to be a bit more of a priority, just because like this is such a cool base to fight at, and
Yeah, totally.
maybe spread out the points a little bit, possibly even include a vehicle point, like because this is just such a wide open space.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. A lot of trees, too. Like,
I like this area between the spawn and the actual tech plant building. Like, it hasn't. It's kind of open right in front, but it has decent cover on the flanks.
right?
With these double stack buildings. I don't know. I think it would be fun to watch someone try to defend this coming out of the spawn room and getting into this base, but. We shall see if we get our wish in about 30 seconds. I'm going to head over to one of the warp gates. I'm going to Alpha.
Sure. Okay, I'll head over to Alpha just to take a quick peek.
Okay, so at the Alpha warp gate, we have mosquitoes itching to get out.
Okay, at the Omega warp gate, that is okay. So there, no tanks from WTAC, huh?
Yeah,
It's all
Araxis
air.
Iron Guard, all air as well. We're about to see some shit over Granite Head, bro.
I wonder if it's. I don't know. Just the last few matches, we have seen them swing south a little bit. Steel Rain has been hurt overhead.
Yep, that's an Araxis Iron Guard Steel Rain. Looks like it's over. I think it's over Granite Head, and here we go.
What did they drop?
We're following the Araxis Iron Guard Air Force out over Granite Head as they meet Western Tactical head-on over the Nexus mountain range. Holy shit.
Huge air fight. It does look
like
Okay, interesting. Okay. I'll just make a comment that after, but there's a huge air fight going on.
This is the biggest air fight I've seen on this continent, I think.
Massive.
Oh! I think Western Tactical's getting the better of it. I feel like there are more Reavers in the sky than mosquitoes.
I think it's a little early. I can't tell. It does start to look like Western Tactical starting to win, though.
There's a Citadel shield from Axis Iron Guard over Granite Head.
Right,
and
I saw that earlier.
They flipped the A point and the B point. No action on C yet. Okay.
Okay, I will make a quick mention. AxIG did drop a Citadel shield with the purpose of protecting two heavy anvils that they dropped into Granite Head, but unfortunately WTAC was able to snipe both of them.
Oh.
AxIG probably don't have any logistics for this base anymore.
All they got is their men. Okay. I'm having a look over at AxIG to see if we're getting any action. Araxis Iron Guard have flipped all 3 points. I don't know if there's any presence here from Western Tactical other than their air.
Oh, it looks like the majority of AxIG have converted to infantry. The game is in WTAC's hands now. They do have air superiority, and with that, we'll see what they'll choose to do.
Yeah, interesting play. So, having looked at the big map here, AxIG SATCOM Hub going to Araxis Iron Guard, Granite Head going to Araxis Iron Guard. Real brawl there, 2 minutes to go. And at Bitter Gorge Garrison, it looks like that's the only play right now for Western Tactical, and they don't have all 3 points, so it's not going too fast.
Right, and I think at Bitter Gorge, I do see an AxIG Sunder that's going to allow them infantry to rapidly redeploy here if AxIG can defend their Sunder. But it looks like it's starting to get picked by air.
Western Tactical has the B point at AxIG SATCOM. I'm going to watch to see what they do. There's not that many of them, maybe half a squad.
Right, I think a lot of AxIG are still inside SATCOM. That's interesting. That's an interesting population distribution, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, that is. It looks like a very even distribution between Granite Head and SATCOM this time. We're not really seeing the people we usually see at Bitter Gorge.
Western Tactical dropping on the Araxis Iron Guard Sunder at AxIG. but they're getting flanked by infantry. Oh, they get the Sunderer, and they continue their assault on this SATCOM hub. Ooh, armor flying overhead. The Western Tactical Galaxy has arrived.
That's gonna provide a really useful.
I'm guessing that's their
logistics.
lodestar, and with the air dominance, that's going to give them a foothold here at the base.
I
Almost
don't know if, huh?
Almost got run over by a Chimera. I can't tell whose it is yet, but Western Tactical is reinforcing AxIG SATCOM hub. Despite the fact that they don't control any of the 3 points, B currently under hot contention. The Iron Guard flipped it and got out of there while the getting was good.
Right, Granite Head's about to go in favor of AxIG. SATCOM, I don't think SATCOM is the play here, just from my perspective. I have no clue like what they would be thinking right now. But
look at these Western Tactical Galaxies floating over Granite Head. There's something about a galaxy in this game. It's so romantic.
If I may, if I was AxIG right now, knowing that WTAC is fully committed to SATCOM, I would just go straight to Bitter Gorge as soon as Granite Head flips.
They don't have much time on Bitter Gorge, man. 30 seconds, and it belongs to Western Tactical as well. There is no presence here from the Iron Guard.
And that's a shame, because this would be a incredibly easy steal for AxIG. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like they have a way to get here in time.
Checking out on Granite Head. This is the Iron Guard's play. They own it. They have pop. B point is getting flipped by Western Tactical. I'm gonna have a peek in the powerhouse.
Right, we do see a sizable force here.
Western Tactical have a foothold on the fat end, and they're mainly on the point. Big pushes from door 1 and 2 from Raxus Iron Guard, but they're getting pelted down by the Western Tactical Gossaws and Scat Maxes.
Those Maxes are so good here. AxIG will have to leverage some shield or like the balcony shield to get in. Like this is gonna be a bloodbath for the infantry.
And just like that, the C point flips for Western Tactical as well. And now they have a 6.5 minute timer for getting this one too. And did it ever? It did flip for Axis Iron Guard though, so they do right now own the base.
Right.
This is their only holding right now.
Just to mention really quick, how much pop WTAC is TP here. Like, oh no, even that. But it looks like AxIG was forced to commit more pop here, unfortunately.
The Western Tactical Sunderer behind the C point, or behind the B point, next to the powerhouse.
That's gonna be a boon for Western Tag. They're able to just hotly contest this base for a very long time.
That's a very strong position to attack B from.
Right.
C is getting flipped back for Western Tactical. It's going blue again.
Just on a macro scale, even like this is a really bad position for AxIG.
Oh. Okay. So Bitter Gorge and AxIG SATCOM have flipped blue in favor of Western Tactical, and they've moved on to Nexus Secure Substation. The hack is on, and they have their numbers there.
Right. And that's kind of what I mean. Like, they're kind of in a bad situation. Like, do they want to keep the aggressive option, which is Granite Head, or do they want to, secure Nexus Secure?
Yeah, the Iron Guard have got to play the lattice a bit more here.
Right. Looks like those galaxies WTAC had earlier really doing them a lot of, giving them a lot of value, just able to move the infantry around so quick.
Floating galaxies moving infantry around. It's like 2014 all over again.
Well, in this case, unfortunately, it doesn't look like AxIG have the air to hotly contest it. And I think that just in that case is a difference in doctrine and the opener.
Oh, I'm watching the Iron Guard trying to establish a Sunderer, but Western Tactical Chimera rolls through and obliterates it. I don't think it's going to survive long itself here.
At Granite Head, or?
I'm at the substation right now.
Gotcha, okay.
There's 2 minutes and counting for Western Tactical to get a lattice link to the Nexus home base for the Iron Guard. Iron Guard are making a push in. They're half dead and half alive outside of door 1 at the substation. Western Tactical very comfortable on fat. They've got the mini gate. They've got the Spitfire going. And a handful of heavies.
Western Tech have got this locked down. Like, this is This will be quite difficult for
This
AxIG
is almost
to break.
clinical looking on Western Tactical's part.
Right, here
Argent
comes
Pass.
more A to G.
Argent Pass
Jesus.
now has a Western Tactical hack. There are a lot of Iron Guard there, so we'll see if that actually manages to go through. Or if it's just a...
know.
Granahead is now owned by Western Tactical. It hasn't flipped yet, but they own the Hex Pop. And it's really, the ball is in the Iron Guard's court. Is what are you gonna not lose right now? Western Tactical seemingly everywhere all at once.
Iron Guard's going for Bitter Gorge. I'm not sure if that's the play, because again, that's a really big base. You have to commit a lot of pop to it, and like to make sure you get all 3 points and keep all 3 points. Right? I don't know if they can, afford that right now with Nexus Security flipping against them.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean,
Nope.
we could see a race for the Warp Gate here. If they go for Bitter Gorge, Slate Canyon has that the holdable double stack. Okay. Iron Guard are making their push onto the point here at Nexus Secure Substation. They're flipping it back red, and Western Tactical are being driven back towards the skinny stairs. And they all fall down.
Here's one thing WTAC can do in this case, too. It's if they can... I don't think they're going to get back up, but if they could have gotten back up, right? Look at the pop that AxIG just committed here, right? They can leverage this. Thankfully.
And I'm going to fly over Argent Pass and see how it looks there.
Gotcha. I'm Argent Pass.
I don't think there's anything going on here. Okay, yep.
Still an air fight going on, actually.
Iron Guard
enough.
own it. That doesn't surprise me at all. I'm seeing a Western Tactical Galaxy floating over Bitter Gorge. A point going is... They own the A point, and... looks like the B point is under contention. Oh.
WTAC has committed 2 full squads onto Nexus Secure.
Ooh, let's watch that.
Here comes the WTAC push. You're going to come
That's
through
the
double
real
doors into
point.
server stacks. Oh, AxIG is not responding in time. They're not going to be in a good position to, like, receive this push. Okay. WTAC is able to make some progress, getting a foothold inside point. It does look like AxIG isn't able to hold on. Where did AxIG go then?
Interesting. Yeah, okay.
Starting to come back in. Big... Oh, no, not a big mistake. Okay, AxIG is choosing to contest lawn stairs. If they're able to get a foothold up here, that puts WTAC in a really bad position this infantry-wise.
Oh!
Enemy progress. Wipe.
Yeah, the Iron Guard are... They're pushed off. Okay, they're forming back up. They're flooding in out of either the spawner or nearby Sunderer. It looks like they're coming out of the spawn room and just running straight for the powerhouse. There's about half a squad, no, a full squad in from door 1, and Western Tactical's fallen all the way back to the point.
This is a bad mistake on WTAC's part. They've just put themselves in a pinch.
They have compressed and they've given up the big stairs, and the Iron Guard don't even know it. I mean, they could push up and just sweep down through, and they don't even know. There's no one here.
There is one person barely holding it on. It's
generic NC Trooper girl.
Right, WTAC is in a really bad spot right now. If they continue to stay here and just not give control, like, not take control of the fight right now, they gotta wrap around or start counter pushing. Fortunately, we do see AxIG start flexing into the point. They're not able to sustain the volume of fire.
Is a death match. 46 seconds for Western Tactical to open up a lattice link to the Nexus Alpha and threaten the Iron Guard's very warp gate.
I will mention, though, WTAC is holding on really well considering their situation. This is a really bad situation for your team, especially their medics. There's barely any place to hide.
Yeah, this is a rough one. There's a little bit of cover behind these columns.
They're able to repel a push from short stairs, or city stairs. I don't know what
Oh
yeah,
man, one res grenade do a lot of work right here, and there it is.
Right.
There it is. I just saw it go off. Iron Guard are popping back up. Oh, but
here comes the resonate fight.
Ready.
Iron Guard have to get on point right now. Maxes can't cap points.
1 second.
Okay.
The point is transitioning. I think the Iron Guard have it. Oh, it
just
just
got it.
flipped.
Oh no!
Oh no.
This is gonna put Iron Guard in such a terrible spot in this situation.
All right, let's have a look at the Nexus. Let's see if Western Tactical are already planning ahead here. They have Pop in the Hex. And the point is flipping. There is a Western Tactical gentleman here. Shout out to Keanu2431, Infiltrator, doing the work and putting the hack on. 7-minute timer is now up, and it is... And the Iron Guard are committing. Looks like half a squad here responding. Someone going downstairs to pull what I'm guessing is going to be a spawn for them. And flipping it back pretty quickly. The Infiltrators... cheeky play, not followed up with any speed by Western Tactical, but I'm sure they're on their way. Here comes a heavy anvil.
I think that's fine though, because like the WTAC, if they flip that right, that'll make AxIG respond disproportionately, and maybe WTAC wants to go to Argent Pass.
I'm seeing an air fight over Bitter Gorge right now, and Western Tactical are squashing these Iron Guards. Right. But it looks like there is a Sky Guard or two at Argent Hold. Now gone, now taken out, but not before it gets Western Tactical's Galaxy.
And at this point,
there's an Iron Guard drop on the A point at Argent Pass.
Right, but the question becomes is if they can even break in. The Air Hammer... Oh, where are the Air Hammers? Oh, never mind. They're all dead. Oh, the AxIG guys are already all dead. Well, yeah. I was gonna mention that AxIG could try a push, but they gotta do it quick because of the Air Hammers, but I think they just died. Yeah,
Western Tactical they have a spawn room in the air right now.
Yep.
Right over this base.
The Air Hammer presence is just so dominating. Nothing contesting it in this case.
Couple of maxes trying to push out of the spawn room here at Argent. 3, 2, 1. And Western Tactical flips Argent Pass. They now own 8 of the 9 bases on the Nexus subcontinent. And here they come for the last one.
Here comes a WTAC a small WTAC vehicle convoy from Argent Pass towards the base. If they can get that set up, I think it might be... It'll put AxIG in a very bad spot. Let's just say that.
It looks like the anti-air turrets are manned on top of the Nexus hull, but not enough to the point where they can prevent the Western Tactical drop. They're scattering. They're trying to get into the base. There's 4 of them. As the Iron Guard pounce on them, can they get a foothold?
No, I don't think so. But
they got a beacon down.
No, this is fine because the WTAC's hitting a Sunder convoy Argent Pass.
Am I imagining it, or is there an orbital strike coming down on the side of the base?
Oh, WTAC have a vehicle, Sunder already deployed underneath. They have 2 Vanguards starting it. In this tight corridor, no! This tight corridor, the Vanguards do have the advantage. Not able to get cover.
Western Tactical, let's see. Okay, it looks like Western Tactical right now owns the underside of the base. They have 2 Sunderers deployed, a Vanguard and a Lightning, all making sure that this vehicle area is not useful for the Iron Guard. So it's Iron Guard above, Western Tactical below. A little bit of a flip of how the rest of this fight is going.
And this is gonna be really good.
The point is beginning to flip. Blue, Western Tactical looks like they've moved onto the point, and it's theirs. 7 minutes.
They don't have a lot of people on point yet. AxIG, you have an opportunity to try and kick them off before it's too late. But it doesn't look like AxIG is grouping up and spawn for something. I can't tell what. But I will say, a lot of the WTAC air has been cleared out by those anti-air turrets and those Steigards. So whatever they choose to do, they won't have to worry too much about air. And here comes the push out of spawn. They're gonna try for a linear push, but I don't know if that's gonna be they gotta get in fast. Like that's the only way. They can't stay in. They can't stay outside for too long.
Yeah, you can't fire outside. You just gotta run through it, man.
Yeah, and they're making that exact choice right now. They're just getting mowed down by the air to ground, unfortunately.
Just enjoying the carnage right now.
The bricks from AxIG, or WTAC rather, and they're just able to clear off the AxIG push. That's brutal. AxIG is probably not going to be able to get in this way.
They're pulling the maxes. If they can get them in the right with enough health and enough support. But oh man, the Western Tactical.
The air to ground is just so brutal.
I just got air to grounded too.
Oh.
Observer camera casualties.
No, but yeah, like
we need a Citadel shield from the Iron Guard. They got to protect these spawners.
WTAC is starting to remove those anti-air guns and those Sty Guards. You know, they can repull the
5 minutes. I'm seeing a warp gate response from the Iron Guard. They have 2 Sunderers rolling out, uncontested by Western Tactical. They're not paying any attention to the road from the warp gate. I stink so bad. Why did you choose that name, bro? Is deploying a Sunderer on the warp gate side of the base and establishing some alternate paths for the Iron Guards.
I don't know.
It's just a matter of time until Western Tactical figures it out, though, right?
I don't know if they have to figure it out, because they've already dug so deep on point. Look at the bodies of those maxes scattered just all over on the spawn door.
It's like there's a token representation of the Iron Guards on both of the connected bases, but they're not. For another 3 minutes, if Araxis Iron Guard takes this point right now, they won't be able to do anything. I've never seen an outfit. Well, I take it back. I've only seen one successful counter push off of a Nexus base, and funnily enough, that was in the Iron Guards match last week.
Right. We I think one common theme about this is that when the teams start to like funnel into like singular doors, that's when the game looks a lot more bleak. Whereas like right now, there's no air to ground. No, AxIG could go around and fight out every door.
Pretty cushy for them.
Right, like, you know, all WTAC has to do in this case is to sit back and like, hey, you can walk into my crosshair. I got 5 medics with the battle rifle. Have fun.
And the Western Tactical Sunder is being hunted down by a couple of combat flashes and a Prowler now rolling from the warp gate. I don't know. I think the Iron Guard can flip this. I think they can do it.
No.
This is not a stranglehold by any stretch from Western Tactical, I don't think.
She's just taking so many casualties trying to get in from the same door. When will they?
I hope
they realize
they've got to stop feeding.
I would even say that, like, in this case, they have so many other options. Like, they have to realize there are other options.
Yeah, there's literally. Is the Iron God Sunder still here? No, looks like it got squashed.
But we see like lone AxIG just trying to go around the flank, but you know, lone AxIG isn't enough. You need to have like an organized push from every door. Set up crossfires and punish those medics for peeking the single door. Punish those battle rifles. Or
so there's a group of Iron Guards pushing in from the powerhouse to the southeast.
That's a good sign.
They have a very tenuous foothold here, I think.
They need I made a call out when I was playing on Nexus the other day. I said peek into the doors and start flexing on every other doors. Help our friendlies. Like that's what AxIG started doing in this case. You know, start peeking in.
And here comes an orbital strike. It is Iron Guard flavored.
I don't know if one's gonna be enough. It will buy them the space they need, but can they get the men in before
they did it over
sets
the
up
air
again?
pad? Yeah, I mean, let's see if they can leverage it.
No, they're starting to just slow down at the door. They need to get way deeper.
Okay, so let's have a look at the point disposition of Western Tactical here. It looks like it's primarily... I'm seeing a lot of medic backpacks. Some heavies, no maxes.
Here comes the WTAC orbital strike.
Yeah, here's the counter.
That's gonna put a hamper on whatever AxIG was gonna try and plan.
That's punishment for using the spawn room, man.
Right, and unfortunately in this case, it wipes like a lot of people just trying to get in. See one last desperate push from AxIG, but I don't. If they go through those same doors, we're just gonna get the same results.
Still have a decent amount of armor being exchanged between the warp gate and the base.
There's another orbital strike.
I'm seeing
no.
An Iron Guard Sunderer and a Lightning rolling in. Less than a minute for the Iron Guards to save this. And they're just penned in this no man's land between the spawn and the point.
Fortunately, it is a little heartbreaking to see, but I don't think they have the time to set up another push at this point.
I'll be very curious to see the stats after this.
Right.
Okay, so there is a push coming from the other powerhouse to the northwest from the Iron Guards. But too little too late, as Western Tactical defeats the Araxis Iron Guard in the Connery Outfit War of the Nexus season, week 3. Good game to both teams.
Yeah, that was a little bit more one-sided than I would have liked, but I think overall WTAC played incredibly well, and I think AxIG just needed to realize a bit earlier that they had other options, right? They didn't just have to go through those front doors. You know, they could have established a strong vehicle foothold and established strong logistics like around the base. But
absolutely. So next up, we have the Hell's Angels versus the Wild Cards. If you can stick around for it, Zagzy, I'd love to have you. Their match starts in, I think, in about 5 minutes. Let's dial it up.
Okay.
Let's dial it up and see how we're doing. So that's 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. It's match 6, I believe.
1 second. I gotta make a new account.
Oh, that's right. I shouldn't join on this character. Ugh, I'm so dumb. Okay. So they're both Vanu. So anything that's not Vanu should be okay, hypothetically, right?
Yes, anything Vanu that is not okay. Or anything that is not Manu is okay.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh no, I'm in the tutorial. Leave tutorial.
You should be able to deploy out. Go to the map screen and warp out.
I was able to just opt out this program.
Oh, I forgot the match number already. 6. It has me as Vanu here on my head.
I think I don't know if you'd be interested, but Arshi's about to do interviews later. I don't know about what, but I assume about that previous match. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's going to be interviewing the force commanders.
Taking a look over here. Let's see.
Any Vanu that Vanu's Vanu?
2 minutes and 30 seconds. I'll just make a quick comment about S3X1 Wildcards. So Wildcards is it's a larger outfit run by Rumbletough, who's super cool. I don't know if at one point they did try to make like a more organized squad. It's called Wildcards Delta, I believe. I don't know if that's still going on, but it'll be interesting to see how Wildcard plays based on the fact that they have a squad that is dedicated to be more like a
What What faction are you playing? Sorry, just logistical thing on the.
I
on this
I
map.
play TR.
All right, that's what I did too. I hope we're not taking up
Awesome.
an alpha slot. I have no idea how to check though.
At this point, I don't know either, but it's
This
fine.
character has a bounty on him. That's kind of funny. Okay,
Oh,
minute and a
make sure you
half.
don't die then.
Minute and a half left to go. I'm just going to do a quick check to make sure we're in the right instance. Peeping at the Omega warp gate, I see Vanu, and they are.
Alpha warp gate.
Who are
Vanu.
you? Give me some
Who
name
am I?
tags. No. I'm asking these sides
Oh, okay.
because I'm not seeing any name tags loading up. Okay. I guess we'll just have to assume if it's Vanu and Vanu that we're in good shape.
Yeah, Vanu won Vanu violence, dude.
Yeah. Okay. We're in the Vanu match.
Perfect. But yeah, I'm gonna take a quick peek at the openers real quick, just because there's 50 seconds left. Just that the Omega warp gate. I don't know what team is this. I can't tell which team this is, but
It's definitely a
I'm
Vanu
assu-
team. That I'm sure of.
I think that too.
Vanu blue.
Vanu blue, Vanu red, but
All right, yeah, I'm
Sides
peeping
and Omegas.
at Omega as well. I'm seeing a lot of Valkyries.
sides on both sides. But the big key difference here is that on the Omega side, I don't see one galaxy, whereas I think wildcards
Yeah.
actually. Is wildcards? No, it's not wildcards. What team is this?
Yeah, I'm not
just
seeing
assuming
outfit
this is
tags.
wildcards. Wildcards is opted for more galaxies, whereas S3X1 is more Valk based. Both sides have a lot of sides. Oh, Steel Rain's
Steel Rain's kicking in. Look at all the PMA in this. Everyone's excited.
in.
And here we're off. The Wild Cards versus the Hells Angels. Connery Outfit War begins.
Anvil's being deployed at SATCOM. Oh,
Oh,
what
exciting.
team is this? Walker's just straight deployed onto SATCOM. Okay, that's an interesting strategy. I think Wildcards is aiming to split apart the S3X1 airball.
This is some unholy side-on-side action, man.
They weren't balanced for this.
I don't even know what I'm looking at, but I love it. Multiple galaxies flying overhead of AxIG SATCOM hub. Are we finally gonna get what we've been wanting for weeks? An actual fight at AxIG SATCOM hub,
Maybe they heard
feeding
us.
America on the blue side. Which side are you? Takes out a galaxy. Vanu Red owns the top of the base, the bottom of the base, and the middle of the base. Let's see what the boys in blue can do. Angels
yeah,
and
looks
wild cards. I'm so sorry. I don't know which of you is which.
I think red is alpha is wildcards and omega is S3X1. That's what I'm assuming. I was
Where's
gonna
that?
say.
Where's that assumption come from?
Just their colors, man. I have it on default, but I can't tell.
Okay. Looks like there's a Sunderer deployed out on the northern side of AxIG SATCOM hub. I'm guessing that belongs to red.
Does look like S3X1 have committed a significant amount of infantry onto Granite Head, but like we saw earlier, like Arex's Iron Guards is overcommitted there, so that might not be a complete boon.
Yeah, no action at Granite Head. One more minute and it silently. Oh yeah, okay. I'm seeing the outfit logos on the capture timer. So, blue are the Angels and red are the wild cards. You were right.
Perfect.
You're
Perfect. In this case, it does look like S3X1 does have to look at starting to move around the map. They can't just sit at Granite Head, and it does look like population's starting to shift a bit.
Wild cards have Bitter Gorge. The Angels have Granite Head, and AxIG is under contention.
Looks like Zagzy is starting to do a vehicle sweep, starting to remove a lot of the wildcard vehicles around SATCOM, and that's going to be incredibly helpful for just trying to take the space, honestly. If they can get 1 point, that's even better. They stalled the timer and more time for infantry to get here.
Exactly. I'm really keen on seeing the action at AxIG. It looks like the Angels are flipping back the top of the base as they fly in a Valkyrie, a Galaxy, and an ESF for help, but the wildcards aren't going easily.
Such a massive fight on top. Oh, it's SATCOM. Dude, we haven't seen one yet.
Seeing more wildcard droppers. Such Thomas XD showing up being like, am I late to the party? Oh, shit.
Yes, you are.
You are a little late, and they're still dropping in as the C point begins to flip towards the Angels as well. Okay, I just saw what looked like a drop or a UI snapping. I'm not sure which it is. The Angels Sunderer still is chilling, looking quite blingy.
Yep. Angels is starting to take control of this base. The vehicle sweep really helped. Wildcards can't sustain this amount of loss without those logistics. Yep, and base will go in favor.
The Angels have it.
Yep. Props to the Angels.
Angels 5, Wildcards 4. Angels with an early lead. They've chosen AxIG and Granahead. So let's see where the action goes from here. The Lattice is now in a wild state. The Angels could push Nexus secure, or the Wildcards could push Slate Canyon.
Do you see the Angels Pink Fluffy Chipmunk bringing in the infantry through a Galaxy onto Nexus secure? I don't know if they're going to commit here.
Yeah, I see that too. Wildcard's armor is rolling out of the secure substation. Just fucking detonating that Galaxy. Christ.
Ooh. With those Valks coming in, not going to be able to stop all of them. I wonder if Wildcards will try and make a play for Slate Candy.
Seems like the Wildcards are putting heavier emphasis on vehicles.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, a big drop on the powerhouse. The secure substation. A drop really and a counter drop. The Angels are coming into the powerhouse, and the point is flipping their color.
I will make a quick mention. The reason why Wildcards have not been able to make a play on Slate Canyon is because Angels have actually dedicated like a quarter of a squad just to stop this massive vehicle convoy, and it's working. Like, they're slowing them down so much.
At Bitter Gorge?
Yeah, at Slate Canyon. That's a huge power play for S3X1. It slows down Wildcard's ability to flex onto the Nexus a lot more, and it'll put SATCOM secure substation. They can get substation soon.
I'm looking at the vehicle pass between Slate Canyon and Bitter Gorge. The Hell's Angels air to ground are going to work.
I will say though, this power play will have been for nothing if Angels cannot get on point soon, because they're not going to be able to hold that off forever.
Still a hot fight going on in the Nexus secure substation, but the point is in control of the Wildcards. Bitter Gorge is where the flux is occurring right now, with the points split. 1 for Wildcards, 2 for the Angels. The point belongs to the Wildcards right now, and it's going to be 6.5 minutes till they lose it if this state continues.
Angels is able to get control of secure substation, so that's going to be really good for Angels in this situation. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Huge push from Wildcards and substation, but they'll probably make it in. I think they'll make it in, honestly, just given the general glance of the composition.
Yeah, and the Angels, all this armor. The Angels have kept the Wildcards from rolling into Slate Canyon. That's strong. It's good.
Here comes the infantry push from Wildcards. The Max really isn't looking behind, and he's going to get picked off. That's going to be a really bad situation for Wildcards. They're going to lose a lot of the momentum they had initially. Starting to get bogged down outside. Now all that needs to happen is Angel energy to start coming in.
Angels now have all 3. Nope, I'm sorry. I need to update my statement. They have 2 out of the 3 points here at Bitter Gorge. For a moment, they had all 3 points. The difference between a 2-point cap and a 3-point cap is about 3 or 4 minutes or something like that. So, if you're a Hell's Angel, you don't want to be spending the next 5 minutes fighting over Bitter Gorge.
And they don't need to. Angels is just laying out the wild cards on at secure substation.
Even
this
with
is an incredible
Underclock?
hold.
Oh my god.
Yeah. They're not buckling at all. All they simply said, okay, you can have the front room, we'll just move slightly back. And that's exactly what they did.
Oh,
my
all
gosh.
these dead wild cards. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, this is just such an incredible situation for Angels right now. If wildcards has to commit. If they commit more pop, they lose Bitter Gorge.
Yeah, that's the tug of war.
Yep.
So what are you okay with losing? And right now they have more people here, but they're not taking the point back.
Just able to just outmatch the wildcards infantry. There's nothing coordinated.
All right,
from the
here comes a
wildcard
max
side.
push from the wild card from the north.
Okay. I see it.
Sorry, it's a single. No, it's more than one.
It's still a push, an infantry push. Like, if they don't realize that's happening soon,
They
you
don't know where to go. They can't figure out how to get into the powerhouse.
Here
we go.
And this part, Angels is. I don't know if Angels will be ready to intercept this push and receive this push. Like, this is gonna be a bloodbath.
Vanu on Vanu.
Oh my gosh. Max goes down! That's one max, that's gonna be huge. They're about to lose a lot of their momentum. If the second max goes down, there's a good chance wildcards will be wiped here. Mintran just going wild! Buck wild into the... Oh my gosh. Diving into the wildcard support line. Oh my gosh. Unfortunately, wildcards is able to save the base. But at what cost?
They got it. Push worked. See what the Angels do.
That was such a joy to watch. Just watching Angels diving into this, like just ignoring the max. Hey, your supports aren't protected.
Well, this play on Nexus Secure allowed them to take Bitter Gorge. They now have a 6 base to 3 advantage, and wild cards without a single lattice link to a Hell's Angel home base, but all of 3 of their home bases now vulnerable to attack.
Indeed. And here's the crutch of it too, is like, this is an incredibly good situation for Angels. Like, they have timer on secure substation, they have Bitter Gorge lockdown, they can pick any base of the 2 to go, and I guess they're gonna go to Argent Pass, because that's that forces wildcards to come to them.
Yeah, there's a real small, I don't even want to call them a handful of Angels flipping the A point in Argent Pass. There are just no wild cards here to deal with it. The Angels are anviling in. I'm guessing as a Sunderer. Muscle Mommy is gonna pull and deploy that.
What is that name?
Feeding America and their Liberator cruising over the base, getting chased off by Commander Pybro of the wild cards. Feeding America is gonna feed the wild cards tonight.
Do you see that sexy Angels under being set up? So that they got logistics, they got the air. Oh no, I think they're losing air control actually.
Nah, right now it's the wild cards Air Force in control of Argent Pass, but they don't have the point. So they have the spawn and they have the air. There is a Sunderer though that is behind the point. I don't think that the I don't think that. Whoa! Almost got me. I don't think the wild cards know that Sunderer is there.
That's gonna be such a curse for wildcards. Angels is just gonna be able to permanently keep a foothold here if they don't deal with that. And unfortunately, it looks like Angels already does. Like, all of their infantry got here on time, man.
Yeah, they have a primary Sunderer which is getting all the heat, and a backup Sunderer which doesn't seem to be visible at the moment.
That is so smart. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It does take a little bit more resource to set up, but that is so smart. It's a fate.
Let's have a look at the disposition of these Angels.
I will say though, if that if that distraction Sunder was armed with Rangers, I think that would benefit that position just a little bit more, just because like that Sunder in that spot can't really do anything, so you might as well give him air cover, you know.
2 minutes for Argent Pass. Hell's Angels got to hold out. Wildcard's got to figure out some kind of a response. In the meantime, the fight rages on still at the Nexus Secure substation. I'm not seeing any activity on the point, but I'm going to have a peek. See what is going on there. The powerhouse is definitely getting some action. I'm seeing a Hell's Angels push in from the server room. While there are a bare handful of wildcards still on the point. A Max and a bunch of infantry. Thick Psy, hoping he can really do some work. But getting absolutely ganked. Absolutely ganked.
That's an interesting orbital from... do Angels not have infantry here? They do have infantry, I don't...
The Angels now have the secure substation point. They've taken the powerhouse.
I am still just observing Argent Pass. I will just mention, Angels have got this locked down.
Yeah. They still have that Sunderer in the crevice behind.
They do, and you know what? That distraction worked. Wildcards killed that Sunderer in front and completely ignored that one in the back.
Here comes a Wildcard's orbital strike on, I'm presuming, a Sunderer location for the Angels? I'm not really sure what that was. Oh, no. It was a Sunderer location, but the Sunderer survived. And it's getting repaired by Spicy Indian. Oh, here comes the Wildcard's Lightnings to put that Sunderer to bed. Wildcards being tactical. They're retaking the road, which the road, this is one of the only bases where the road seems to matter much. Because of the positioning of that road between the spawn room and the point. And just the propensity of spawn points to get deployed outside the walls.
Is Angels Wildcards just did a massive push in Argent Pass, and Angels oh my gosh.
Oh, they've taken it. They've taken the double stack. Whoa! With like seconds to spare! The Wildcards gamble it all on Argent Pass.
But in this case, look at how much pop he's committed here, and how much pop Angels
cost
just
them.
Rotate.
And they are coming in from the Sunderer, which should expose it. I mean, they should be reporting the location of the Sunderer at this point. And saying,
That's interesting.
Hey, one scythe, come in here and deal with this thing.
They're choosing to hard commit this instead of just saying, hey, we're going to a substation. That's really interesting. Okay. They're going for battle then. Oh my gosh, and Angels is making so much progress.
Oh, the Angels are pushing so hard.
Oh my gosh. The Wildcards is taking massive casualties. They don't have.
Oh man, they lose it with 2-to-1 pop. No, Cards. No, that's not the way.
Holy moly. That's insane.
Oh, it looks like someone finally found this Sunderer. Leedy 45 is trying to deal with it. Oh, not gonna get it though. Oh, there's more. The Wildcards finally decimate that damn Sunderer.
But that's fine though, because at this point, like, all Angels have to do is
too
get
late.
off the point. Right.
It's only 30 seconds to cap it. How many are there in here?
More than enough. I see.
There's not that many Angels. It's just like a squad of Angels.
But this is fine. I will say I mentioned a few names, and a lot of these guys are battle-hardened Connery natives. Like, they know what they're doing, and they've played with people like Therum. They've played with like me actually, and these guys know what they're doing. And if they can, I fully believe they can hold this.
And they do. The Hell's Angels take the Argent Pass and pave the way to the Nexus Alpha. Also, 40 seconds out from taking Nexus Secure. That's a fucking alpha move to cap both these bases at the same time.
I'm gonna head over to Nexus Secure and see how that's going right now. It does look like Wildcards is starting to double down on Nexus Alpha, but Nexus Secure. Okay, so Secure. It does look like Angels is holding on, but there is an incoming Wildcards push.
The wildcards don't. I mean, 10 seconds on the substation. The wildcards got
What
to
are
push in
they-
right now. Get away from out from behind that tree. You
What
got to
is
be on the
happening?
point right fucking now.
There's
There aren't
nobody
that
on
many
point.
angels
Wildcards.
here. Push cards. Ah, jeez.
Look at the pop difference.
Oh my
What is
god.
going
I
on?
don't even know. I don't even know what that was. Okay,
guess they were-
the continent's turning blue, and the hack. It looks like there was a hack on for just a moment at the Nexus Alpha, but the Hell Angels have already committed. They have a huge pop advantage at Nexus.
It's gonna take time for wildcards to respond from secure as well. They gotta all redeploy. That's like 20 seconds at least. And in this game mode, like 20 seconds is literally the difference between life and death.
All right, we got a wild card Sunder deployed between the warp gate and the base. Oh god, the point has a lot of blue on it, man. Wild cards are spawning in, coming in groups of 2 and 3. They're not making a push onto the point. They're still trying to consolidate their control of the top of this base, but I don't. They don't have anything in the air. There's no Citadel shields up. I mean,
No logistics, I think. No, there
There's-
is logistics.
they were not ready for a fight at this base.
Right. Well, I don't know. They're starting to get a lot of logistics up. They have Sunders on pretty much every stairwell.
Bucky Killa gets a Sunder up. It's about to go down to Feeding America's
Poor.
tank.
Oh. But
I'm gonna have a-
yeah. I think in this case, you know, even if wildcards pushes them off, right? They have 26 minutes, or 25 minutes rather. Like, can they push them off 3 times, or 4 times rather? Like, can they? And no, that'll just remain to be seen.
I believe the wild cards can give us something good to watch. Let's go, wild cards. Time to roll a hard 6. Here comes the push from the Northwestern Powerhouse.
I
They have a
don't know
Max
if
and a
that's gonna make
handful
it
of
far.
infantry. There aren't that many angels on the point right now,
Right, there's only
but
the
they're
Max left in.
flooding in though from the opposite side. Oh, look at
Just
these
that Max-
angels hugging this corner. Oh, they have
The,
some brutal angles set up on this corner. Look at these gates.
Yeah, the Max is just that Max there. It's not
Oh.
enough. They need infantry to start flexing
All these
in. But
decimators flying, baby.
a lot of these wildcards are just opting to play support right now.
This
and
is battle,
this isn't gonna be enough. Like, they need the infantry to start flexing in. And right now, they're just rezzing and repairing things.
This is
that
what happened at the
really aren't there.
substation, right? They were
Exactly.
patiently forming up while they lost the point. And as I speak, a push comes in from the spawn room. It gets pushed out though, and it looks like the group in the top of the powerhouse is kind of scampering back and biding their time.
I think I know what's going on here. Wildcards. I think
Here comes a
even at
push from the
substation-
wild cards.
okay.
Their Max is rolling in. He's gonna eat one for the team. Let's see what it
No,
buys them.
no follow
Oh,
up.
no one supported him. He just YOLO'd
Exactly.
in.
And I don't even think that's his fault. Like, in this case, the wildcards just don't. There's still infantry like playing in the double doors, and they just didn't follow him up. And in this case, I think that would be a huge mistake. Cards isn't able to break in, even though they have all 3 sides contested, or multiple sides contested.
And the cards, I don't see where are the angels coming from? Are they? I don't see them having a spawn. Okay, never mind. I found it.
I think
They have a
do have a
Sunder
Sunder.
under the base, allowing egress into the southeastern side. So they should be coming in through this powerhouse. But man, okay. So here's an armor play from the wild cards. It looks like it's just barely surviving. Yeah, they have some armor here. They need to move in and take out this Sunderer. The 2.5 minutes, if they can get control of the outside and the logistics, they can follow that up with a big push, and which will actually matter because when they kill the angels, they'll stay dead.
Here comes an orbital strike from the that I believe that is the angels, but
Yeah. Angels orbital. I'm seeing a
Right,
bunch of
that's-
Maxas on the HUD. Oh boy, I love watching infantry go flying from orbitals. Why is it so good?
Oh my gosh! Judacious is flanking the wildcards push. Oh,
I think the orbital
get
killed
picked,
this
but-
this entire push on the left door here.
Right.
Oh my!
That's
The Angels are pushing out of the point. They're starting to move towards the spawn room. 2 minutes to go. Hell's Angels not feeling very threatened after that orbital.
right. It looks like that orbital killed a lot of the momentum of that last push. Again, we just see wildcard infantry, like, they're supporting each other, but nobody's really flexing in. No one's getting those picks.
All right, there's a small wild cards push coming from the southwest. But the Hell's Angels are not letting them get comfortable.
Yeah, this is a completely different situation from the WTAC Iron Guard match too. It's like, it's not just wildcards like trying to funnel in a single way. They're trying every door, and Angels is just repelling every side.
Yeah. I'm really impressed by the Angels' cohesion in this match, dude. Like they're showing what it means to have. Oh god.
Oh gosh, that brick
you saw those
just-
maxes just fall over. That was brutal
Yeah.
to watch.
I don't. Oh no. Getting those maxes up is going to take so much time. I don't know if they have enough time to push in.
48
afterwards.
seconds.
PseudoTaxes is starting to flex super far in. It's getting those picks, buying much needed time. Like, again, we just see all these wildcard support players hang really far back. They're not flexing in. The max needs firepower to support him. They can't just be a single max. Oh no.
10 seconds.
Medics, you gotta push in with your max. Get to put your tools away. We need your guns. GG.
And that's it. The Hells Angels warp gate the wild cards. Congrats to the Hells Angels and great game to both teams. Hells Angels get maybe get their due a little bit after last week when the Iron Guards stymied them.
Right. And I think in this case, they were a lot more organized and cohesive this time around. That's something I noticed.
And less tunnel vision, too. Right? That was the thing from last time, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Good for them.
This was incredibly well played this time around, this go around, and they were able to play some very high level maneuvers, like push having these power plays on the vehicle lanes, having these power plays, like forcing wildcards to come to them at almost every fight. Very well played, Angels.
Arshi's sucking up all the interviews.
We could just you want to join him? I don't know.
Him interview me? Nah, he doesn't want to hear from me. You go over and talk to him if you want.
I don't want to talk to him right at this moment.
Whatever, dude. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, but I can't type in chat right now, but I'm just gonna throw that out.
I am grateful to you.
I'll just name drop myself. Yeah, Pseudo it's Zagzy, by the way. Yeah, you want to do an interview with me?
I just dropped the yell.
Oh, he's I have many. Hold on. That was, oh my gosh, that was such well played by Angels. Like that, I'm very impressed.
From an Iron Guard member, Angels deserve that win. Yeah, they showed a really impressive amount of focus and strength and flexibility in that match.
My thanks.
Good for them.
I am
Good for them.
I don't know why, but my chat is now broken, so
I'm in your debt.
I guess I just cannot type in your chat anymore.
The rebellion on Hoth
No
has
loss.
been put
No
down.
loss.
A loss.
Do the Republic proud.
Oh, I want to have a look at some of the stats.
Me too.
Let's have a look at stats, shall we? I'm gonna pop out of the game.
Let's see here.
Let's start with the Angels and wild cards while it's fresh in our minds.
Total number of kills is
Wow, look at that kill differential. See, this is what I was thinking. I wanted to see the stats because we were watching the wild cards lose even fights or even fights where they seem to have a pop advantage, and this explains it.
My observation was simply just wildcards. They had the people, but they too many of them were just playing support roles. If that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I saw some NG primaries, some Reperto primaries. I saw
Right.
some medic primaries.
Just too many of that, and not enough. Like they don't have to be, god tier level. They just need like a assault rifle or a battle rifle, just flexing in with the max. And I didn't see enough of that, unfortunately.
Top 10 killers were all Angels.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go down to number 11 before you see a couple of wild cards. And perhaps most interestingly, is that the top 3 killers for the Angels had 2 times as much as the top killers for
Wildcards.
wild cards. Solid Snake in the chat is saying, "Sorry we couldn't take that interview. One of our leads wasn't feeling well." It's all good, dude. It's all good, dude. There's a lot of planet-side creators jockeying for the attention on these matches, so I don't expect people to come here for interviews. I hope that they will, because I love talking to people. But take what I can get. Oh, okay. Here's my boy Kai. Shout out to Kai. Kai is AxIG VS, and he is in the top 20 on frags. He actually had a 10 KD ratio. Jesus, man.
PseudoTaxes, I think he's the leader. He is the leader of Angels. Has said that he would love to do an interview after Arshi's. So.
Okay, excellent, excellent. I will accept that. Are you in Yell chat negotiating that?
Oh no, I just DM'd him.
Oh, there you go.
I was like, yo, it's Zagzy with D. You want to interview with us?
Hell yeah,
cool.
dude. I think that's the problem is I'm like not connected to the community discords the way I ought to be.
That's okay. I mean, like, it is what it is, and nowadays I'm too busy to play the game anyway, so neither am I very connected.
Why play the game when you can engage with the social media around the game? That's what I say. That's what I say.
The social aspect of the game is a lot more entertaining. I wonder if any other matches going on right now.
I didn't even think about that.
Unity versus SAMY. We can watch that maybe before we do the interviews.
Yeah, okay.
Looks like
I'll pop back in.
Number 2.
What factions?
TR and NC. So bring an VS account, I suppose.
Sure. We could say your outside won the outfit war against wildcards.
Just toss him and invite to this. I think he still has his Discord, right?
It should be discord.gg/deegthoughts. That should work. If they have any trouble with it, then
Just toss him a message to the Discord. It's fine.
Yeah, that link should work too. I just DM'd it to you. And he just needs to join the call-in channel whenever he's ready. I should just pull up Arshi's stream and play his interviews and call him mine. That might be the big brain play.
I don't even think he's doing an interview right now. I'm looking at the stream. It's just like an like a commercial. I don't know what this is.
Twitch, yeah. Is it a Twitch ad?
No, it's just like a infographic. I don't know what this is.
Is Archie selling pyramid schemes? Is he trying to sell you gamer fuel or something?
Dude, I would not buy anything.
Gotta be careful, man.
Yeah, let's see. It was a NC vs VS.
Snake, I really did enjoy y'all's match against Western Tactical. It was a good fight. It's a good fight, dude. Like I really enjoy getting to know these outfits, at least indirectly, by seeing how they perform against different situations. Like seeing you guys against the Angels last week and this week against the Wild Cards. Like, it's just really cool. I wish I was more familiar with all these outfits and all these people. I guess it takes time. So in progress is number 2. Let's have a look.
Oh, Archie's interviewing Money Pants.
Oh, this is a dead heat. Holy shit. This is 4 bases to 5. 270 to 230 on the points. 10 minutes left to go. The continent is almost evenly split. Whoa, this is a battle, dude. Granite Reactor is currently serving as the rubber. Oh my god, there's a fight at AxIG SATCOM Hub.
I think it's match 2, correct? Yeah, it is. I'm one.
Yeah. Sammy cruising in and gaining control of the top, but it looks like the who's red in this?
I believe blue is Sovereign Army and red is Unity. So, actually matching colors this time.
Let's go.
And a quick brief rundown. Unity is basically anti-recursion on Connery. Or I believe that
what does that mean?
I believe that's what they were formed to do. I'm not too clear, but they're just a group of good players.
Okay.
And SAMY is basically like a coalition of a couple, like, I wouldn't say widowed outfits, but just like smaller outfits, like Dark off the top of my head. I don't actually know the rest. Probably Dark and Sin, so SYN. But yeah, like, and those are just counter midfits, but yeah.
Okay, so let's see how the fight actually plays out at AxIG. While I'm speaking though, Granite Head, I got check on Granite Head. It matters too much for me to skip out on it. What's going on here? So Granite Head, all 3 points are held by SAMY. There's still plenty of Unity here, but what are they doing? Okay, I see a handful of their names over the triple stack, but they're all dead.
Just taking a quick glance at SATCOM right this moment. Unity currently just... Oh my gosh, they're holding off like 2-1 pop. Oh no, it's even now, never mind. I thought I was so cool for saying that, but now it's just even.
Okay, Unity regains control of the top of the SATCOM hub. Their air now asserting their own dominance, while SAMY holds up inside the base.
Sammy's starting to move in.
Collapsing on the A point as Unity closes in around them.
Right. Oh, this is really well played by Unity. So there's was there a 2-direction push?
I'm not 100% sure. It sort of looked like it, though.
Okay. I see what they did. Are you, as silly as it may sound, they basically pulled off defense in depth. And they gathered so total number of them outnumbered, but their forces split in half. Unity grouped up, killed the one half, and now they're about to come for the other half.
Sure. So they did sequential 2v1s, basically.
Exactly. But it doesn't look like they're able to take on the second one. They're just too wounded, and there's just not enough people.
C flipping to
dealing with the
Unity.
maxes.
A. Oh, there's a counter push from Sammy. They push Unity off the point. I see a couple of scat maxes.
Now contested by Sammy. Yeah, Unity is gonna be in kind of an awkward spot now. I think they invested a lot into SATCOM, and I don't think they expected to be pushed off by those maxes. So, well, I would say quickly, but I don't think they expected it. And Unity is making a push underneath and crossing B-Bay.
Looking at this fight, I kind of have the sense that this is how a lot of the fights in this match have been playing out. Like a lot of back and forth. Oh, decent size Unity push coming in from the bottom of the base. They're moving towards C, or trying to. I don't know if there are enough scat maxes here to hold them off.
Leaving any stat max alive in this situation is going to be detrimental for Unity. Honestly, I don't even think they should have desied it. They should have just, okay, so here we go. Unity doing a counter push straight into the heart of their push and Sammy hold underneath at SATCOM. Able to get those picks. Yeah, it does look like Sammy is starting to buckle quite a bit. That NC Max is alone now. He's not going to be able to do anything. Okay.
And he goes down.
And he goes down.
Yeah. So when we came here, Unity was in control. They lost it, and now they got it back. 53 seconds,
Indeed.
and they can cap it. 5 minutes left in this match. If they take it,
They win.
well, Granite Head is still under contention. Granite Head can still go either way.
Right.
So they have to take this and keep Granite Head. Sorry, I misstated that.
I think Unity has to take this and then make sure they don't lose anything else.
Yeah, that's
Right.
that's the correct read. Yep.
Does look like Unity is making a play for Slate Canyon. If that goes through, that probably locks it in.
The C
for
point's
Unity, honestly.
flipping again here at AxIG. Ooh, a big Sammy push. Jeez.
Okay.
Sammy.
So this is an incredibly good situation for Unity at SATCOM. They have so much air, and all they really have to do is just hold B point. Like, they don't have to go to the other 2 points. There's not enough time to tap.
Yeah, it's gonna take 6.5 minutes.
Exactly, and with this air presence around SATCOM, right?
That's so trolly. That's so
that's
trolly.
gonna like
I love
really
that.
put a hamper. Yeah,
I love
that is
that.
a really good situation.
Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, flying over Granite Head now. The rumblings of Steel Rain. Unity is gonna Steel Rain drop on Granite Head, I think. And they already have troops on C, and they have B as well, it looks like.
I think that in this case, though, the Sierra Rain would have been a bit better utilized, maybe on Slate Canyon, perhaps. But I'm not the PL. Like, I don't know what they're thinking. Just pure observation.
Maybe that is where it came down, actually. I'm terrible at judging where Steel Rains are going based on the graphic.
I will just say there is a Sammy push coming down the south of just it's called Granite Head. Just trying to get into short door. Unity is able to put a hamper on that push, getting those picks. Infantry coming through double doors, trying to look for a counter push situation. Unfortunately, just too many people and not enough Unity. Unity just wiping off Sammy, starting to look to destroying their Sammy Thunder Earth.
Unity has the A point back.
Sammy is completely locked down on this bus. I don't think this is possible anymore. I
Yeah.
will say that Unity is making a small error by not losing C, or even earlier before that they didn't have A. I think if they had all 3 points even earlier, this attack wouldn't be happening to begin.
Sunder is toast. Okay, so there's just under 3 minutes left in the match. This is a moment of truth. What can Sammy do to not lose this match? Slate Canyon?
Secure a substation. No, I don't even think they can do that. No, they lost. There's not enough time, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe SATCOM. If they commit everything onto SATCOM.
There's
I don't know
numbers there.
Is that 3 points already? Is that 3 points? Is that 2 points? Okay, so it's 2 points. If they commit everything onto SATCOM, SAMY has a chance.
Unity
No,
takes
they don't.
Granite Head
Oh, no.
Reactor and goes up 6 bases to 3, and I think that'll probably do
game.
it.
That is probably game for SAMY and Unity, unfortunately. But you know, Unity just pulled out like really powerful, I don't want to say powerful power plays, but like really power plays that put them into these great situations that utilize their air just so effectively. And in this case, they win because of that. I don't know what else to say.
I had to go off mic there for a second. Sorry about that. I'm back.
That's okay. I was just gonna end my remark on just SAMY is trying to make a last minute push, but at this point, I think it's already too late. And
They're going for AxIG, just like you were saying. Plenty
Right,
of Unity
and-
here waiting for it to happen, though.
even if they try, like the air presence from Unity is just so strong. Like I will mention, Unity do have a couple talented Oh my gosh, it's just so.
It's a bloodbath.
It's just so. I'm in the shadow play that. That was so funny. Yeah, here comes those banshees I was talking about. They really don't have to do anything besides just look in and have fun. Woohoo, banshee! Have fun. Remove your engineer for you. Oh my gosh. Oh, and the pounders on the galaxy. This is such.
Has there been
Infantry
any...
Insider so weak.
Have you noticed any hitching since we've come here?
Very few. I've only noticed one when I joined.
It's not been as bad as them. Oh, there's a hitch.
There's one.
10 seconds to go for Unity to take down.
PseudoTaxes
Sammy.
is in our in this group.
Okay, we'll pull him in after this.
Yeah.
Congrats to Unity taking down SAMY in the outfit war. GG to both teams.
Right. We do have PseudoTaxes in the Discord ready for an interview. I wonder what he has to say about that match. I'm super. I kind of want to say, honestly, just congratulate him and like just some amazing power plays.
Yeah, it was a good ass match. Hey, give me 1 second. My wife is telling me that there's some weird banging happening. I might need to step away for a minute.
Sure. Do you want
Figure out
to?
what's going on. Tell you what, if you want to interview either of these folks,
Yeah.
let me just give you power to pull to do that. What would that take? Why don't you just drop down to the lounge channel? They should be able to join you there, and I'll
Okay.
leave the stream up so the stream will hear it.
Do you want to? I'm assuming you're gonna join the lounge channel as well, right? Yeah. You
Yep.
should probably deal with that real fast.
Yeah. Okay. Join the lounge channel. Enjoy this interview, folks, while I go figure out what the hell is beating up my house.
Stay safe, D. You never know what could be out there. Maybe like a man pair pig.
God.
Stay safe.
Hello.
Yo, do you get to step away for a moment? So I'm doing interviews. What's up, guys?
Do you want me to grab a wildcards person?
Maybe after. I think they're all preoccupied with Archie right now, right?
Yeah. Well,
So-
I'm DMing an wildcards member. He's just as annoyed with me, or with it as me, at the time that's being taken. So
I'll just I'll make it brief for what I want to see to you guys. So first of all, congratulations on the match.
thank you.
Super well
Thanks.
played. Like I just watched over and over. incredible power plays. Like you guys forcing the wildcards just to come to you guys. I think earlier there was a Slate Canyon. They tried to push Slate Canyon. They tried with vehicles, but you guys held them off and put them in this awful position where, even if they were able to threaten you, right? At that point in time, like you guys can threaten Nexus Alpha, right? You just put them in these terrible situations. So super well played, and just it was a really good match to watch, and a lot more cohesive and different from the match against Iron Guard. So again, super well played, and just congratulations. I just have a quick question. So, what did you change up this time? Give me the deets.
Two things. One, we had our Charlie and Delta members. Charlie was air, but switched to vehicles after they lost air, nanites, vehicles, and infantry. And Delta was primarily getting spawns up and backcapping. They did some training over the week since last match to work on their backcapping skills. We have not trained one bit for Outfit Wars until this week. So they did some training for that. The second thing is we did have, rounding out our pop, a handful of people from an Emerald outfit that was too big and some of their members were not getting Nexus playtime, so they, person who knew them invited them over here.
Gotcha.
So, ringers not requested, but allowed.
Gotcha. And I did notice a couple names I didn't recognize, like Muscle Mommy. That was a really funny name.
They're one of the Emerald people, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. No, that was all right. No, that's all off the top of my head. Yeah, I just want to congratulate you guys and just had that question.
Our Alpha Bravo play, which that was the primary infantry groups that stuck together. Well, didn't stick together in the match. We were at different bases the entire match, but the Alpha Bravo composition was roughly unchanged and was roughly the same as last match, where it was we went in, we fragged, we did our 8-fold path point holds.
Gotcha. Kind of like a Connery infantry death ball then.
Yeah.
Well,
Gotcha.
Death ball's maybe the wrong way of putting it. I'm a practitioner of the Therum kind of tactics.
That's what I was. I mentioned that earlier. Where I saw that hold that I believe it was the mirror of Slate Canyon, but
the northwestern one.
Yeah, and even in that powerhouse, the substation, like you guys held out like 1 to 2 to 1 pops. So props to you guys. Quite a few of the wildcards struggled to get in. They were being, I don't want to say mowed down, but they just weren't able to get the picks, and it was just insane watching it unfold, in front of me.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, did you guys do any? I'm just throwing it out here. Did you guys do any infantry training before that, or?
No. There was one tiny pep talk about not standing in front of doorways and blocking firing lines, but otherwise it's all been, at least for Alpha Bravo squad, it's just been what we've done the past year, which is Therum Varunda style squad play.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, and I saw Mantrian earlier today, in that powerhouse again, just that substation.
Yeah.
It's such a powerful move. The max pushes into your team, you're like, nah, dog, I'm gonna push their support.
We took out that max, pushed all their support so they couldn't get that res, and then it's down the drain.
No, but that was crazy. That was crazy. It's absolutely nuts, and I caught that on 4K. You'll say hello to YouTube.
Hello.
No, but yeah, but that's all I really had to say. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you guys have another interview to do. If you want, you can send the wildcard guy into this Discord.
I can. I'll let him know. Yeah. No, thanks for inviting.
Yeah, no problem. And again, congratulations, and it's very well done. As a, not as Zagzy, but as a member of Recursion, very well played. That was one of the best matches I've seen all day.
Thank you. It's always appreciated, and thank you for casting.
Yeah, no problem. Well, I don't know how much that's worth anymore. We did lose that other round, but whatever. Whatever. Who's counting, right?
Details.
No. Yeah. Congratulations. And enjoy your nights.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Gonna hop in 2 seconds. I did send the wildcard person here to this Discord.
Yeah, do you want to just stay here until he comes, and so it won't be like awkward?
Yeah, I can stay here
until like he comes. Okay, yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm a very shy and awkward person.
It's all good.
I'm very reserved, you know. I just stop talking. I start stuttering, and I just, you know.
Well, no need to stutter when. Something about hating maxes. Hating maxes, don't pull maxes.
Is that so Dracon, is that that's not Viva La Shrooms, right? No, okay, it's Dracon.
No, that's Dracon. He's a mag rider dude.
Gotcha, okay. Oh, okay.
PseudoTaxes. Sorry, I'm back,
Hello.
folks.
Oh, you missed Zagzy's interview with myself and Mantra.
I'll go back and rewind. What are the highlights? What did I miss?
Mostly just me congratulating them and super well played. I had a few questions just about like, what did they change up this time? They did more training.
Mm-hmm.
That's
hey,
evident. That's
GG.
evident. Hey, Dracon. GG.
GG.
GG to both of y'all. That was a fun match to watch.
Oh yeah, for sure. Sorry, I had to like dip out of the interview with Archie, so I.
Are they still talking to WTAC AxIG?
No, yes, actually. Our turn's in like a minute.
Okay. I think Mantra's over there, so he can start for us when that happens.
I feel so bad for Mantra.
Okay. I'll dip back out there. GG Dracon. Good match. Glad to fight you guys.
Bye, PseudoTaxes. Aw.
See you, Pseudo.
What's up, Dracon?
Hey, Zag. How's it going, guys? I haven't seen you in forever.
I've been busy with like life.
Fair.
What is that?
The penitentiary. I've been in the penitentiary.
Is that the thing that happens between spawns?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, for sure. Man, what a game. It's a shame we got outplayed by a bunch of random ringers off Emerald, but still,
is that what was going on? For real?
I was talking to Pseudo. They got like about a half a squad plus. Which he didn't even want in, but they just kind of snuck by under the radar and joined in. Man, I got rolled in a mag rider. That's rough. I'm a notorious mag rider main. I'm barely competent, but I'm notorious. So.
Well, that's something. Yeah, I mean, one of the things that we looked at just after the match was the accounting stats, and you guys just got brutally out fragged. What I could tell.
It was rough. It was real rough. We did not have the right amount of responses and coordination that I was hoping for. Something I had been drilling in, but we can only do so much. We're 70% casual, 30% organized.
If I may, one observation I did make was that you guys had a lot of support players, and I think in most cases that would have worked, but just in this format, I really didn't see like the supports just flexing off their tools and getting onto their BR or ARs or carbines or battle rifles and start flexing in with the maxes. Can I just ask, was that like a plan going before you went into the game, or is that just how it rolled out ultimately?
So only a fraction of our medics should have been actually dedicated raw support where they were on that meta tool. It was supposed to be no more than half. We want to have only about a quarter, half if you need to get revives out real fast. Otherwise, keep your regen field going, drop that mending field, keep your nano regen device active at all times, keep that AR out, keep putting rounds down range. Bring C4. It was a pretty straightforward setup, but just didn't pan out.
Right, I know. I really just didn't see that. It felt like almost all of your supports in this round, so that. It's just an observation. That.
Oh, I noticed it too, and I wasn't even inside of most of those point buildings.
No, yeah, I don't.
I have to tell you something.
I don't want to talk about stuff like, just you don't want to talk about. It was just an observation. I was just kind of curious whether that. Yeah, I understand now. So.
Brother, tear into me. There's nothing you could say that'll upset me about this. We played hard. We tried to play smart. But hey, you know what? We got outskilled a bit. We got outplayed. We got outmaneuvered. It happens. That's PlanetSide. We all know that.
Dracon, your voice reminds me of someone. Are you
I
familiar
get
with
that all the time.
Are you familiar with the comedian Mark Normand?
Wow.
Look
the
him up
name rings a bell, but I don't remember him.
Look him up sometime if you care to. It's I'm hearing him coming through the mic. It's uncanny.
You know, I get that a lot. I have a face made for radio. They always tell me. I should be at work. I regularly get told, "Wow, why aren't you sportscasting?" So I go, "What do you mean?" Well, I mean, you sound just like the guy who's at the ballpark. Do I? Apparently so. Yeah, I could just listen to you narrate the whole game. All right, well, maybe I'm in the wrong business.
There's definitely something there.
Right. Just to last thing I'll say. Despite the loss, you guys actually played quite well. You guys didn't funnel into a single door like most of the teams do. You guys began to spread out, looking for ways, and you guys didn't. You guys kept on trying to get in until the very last minute. So, no.
Yep, that was the main plan. Anytime we tried to breach,
yep.
Hit as many points of entry as possible. Spam them out with splash grenades. Get your C4 sticks out there to get rid of any obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
Don't hesitate to throw your concussions and EMPs. We went down the whole list of things for the whole week leading up to this. In the end, you know, did the best we could in the moment. We had a lot of people who were dealing with first game jitters. A few people who legitimately had a little bit of stage fright because they knew we were going to be broadcast. I'm not going to name names, but I did watch them perform, and they really were doing their best to push through it. So I have a huge amount of respect for that.
Credit where credit's due.
Oh, absolutely. I applaud their effort.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we all played our hardest. It's kind of bittersweet, but at the same time, at least we lost to a fellow Vanu outfit.
Praise Vanu.
Praise Vanu. But hey, I am actually getting a tap on the shoulder about the Archie interview. I don't mean to cut short.
No, that's fine.
By all means.
I never get to say this to you, man. Just thanks for what you do, bro.
I
love
appreciate
your guys'
that.
work in here.
Oh, that's so kind of you. Thank you.
Yeah, totally. But in the meantime, you guys have an excellent night, and to everyone else out there, stay wild.
Yeah.
Stay
Bye,
wild,
Dracon.
GG. Stay wild is a great battle call.
Stay wild.
Stay wild, baby.
Stay wild. All right.
The Outfit Wars, week 3.
Yeah, that was.
We're done. 3 out of 4 weeks of the qualifiers, man.
That was some really good. Those were some really good matches.
Yeah. I'm sad that I enjoyed the matches we watched. I wish I could also have seen the entirety of the SAMY Unity match.
Oh, that was such a good match.
That was clearly, yeah, that was the good one.
That feeling on Connery. Every match is a good match.
So now that winners have been picked for every single match, we can see the qualifier points. Let's see, there are 2 teams that are 3-0, Vikings, who beat Fate, and Recursion. So presumably we'll see them fight next week, I think is the way this works, right? It's based on...
I think so, and then...
Is it wins over points for qualifier selection, or is it points over wins?
I believe it's wins, and then it's points.
Word. Kai, I did see your comment. Honestly, I didn't notice your name in the fight. I did look. I did see your score line in the debrief. A 10 KD, bro. Not too shabby. But I'm not sure if I noticed your character actually out there on the field. I did enjoy your outfit's activities, though.
Kai's AxIG, right?
Yeah.
Well played, AxIG. Well played.
Yeah, dude. Kai's a fragger. Lethal behind a gun and behind a keyboard.
What now, Deke?
Well, I guess I'm just trying to think about next week's matchups. It seems like Recursion and Vikings. Now, if you go to the bottom of the ladder, there are only 2 teams that don't have a win yet, and that's Wild Cards and Legion of Coffee. So we'll see them face off.
I think those are the same outfits, actually. I don't know, though.
What? I don't think that's true. What? I haven't heard that.
I don't know where I heard it, but I guess I'm probably wrong if you haven't heard it.
That would be funny. That'd be an interesting match. They are in different factions. And then in the 2-in-1 bracket, we have Fate, Iron Force Alliance, Unity, Dire, Terran Alliance, and Western Tactical. A lot of 2-win teams. So I think we'll see some pretty good matchups in that stratus. And then for the 1 winners, Go Hard Gaming, Araxis Iron Guard, Hell's Angels,
Drunk Division. Do you really want to watch either Unity versus Fate or Dire versus Fate?
You mean watch the VOD?
No, I mean like I want to see them fight. You know, like a schoolyard.
Oh, you mean for next week?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know Fate. I don't know them at all. Like what? Why would we be excited to watch them? You tell me.
So Fate, okay. So Fate is basically a big chunk of the Connery community. It's a lot of people like from Phoenix Syndicate, from FIFA, who couldn't play with FIFA. It's a lot of people like it's a lot of Frederick's crew. It's also got some Emerald, some players who were in the Connery community before they migrated to Emerald, like
sure.
And just the and Dire is again just all Connery Australian community. You know what more can I say, dude? All the Connery Australians are in Dire.
Interesting.
And I love playing with the Australians.
Mm-hmm.
They're so good. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm ashamed. I wish I knew these Connery outfits better.
It's okay.
Do you think that I know you have a biased opinion about this, but do you think that Vikings can hang with Recursion?
I won't say anything about skill, but I will say that Recursion is an older outfit and they have more certs. So they're going to have a lot more access to the things that Vikings might not have.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not that means Vikings can... I mean, like, Vikings will have, like, players from B-Way and once you're in it. Like, truth be told, like, I really don't know. All I can say is, you know, we have more certs.
Word. So, there's a question in the chat from Maxentius. I like the question he's asking is how many wins is it going to take to get into the playoffs? So 4 weeks, either Vikings or Recursion will go in with a flawless record of 4-0. And either the Wild Cards or Legion of Coffee will go in with whatever the opposite of that is, with an 0-4 record. But everyone in between, there's going to be some hashing out. So do you think we'll see any... Probably no 1-win teams. I imagine that there will be some qualifier points making decisions in for the 2-win teams, is my guess.
Right. I think the 1-win teams and the 0-win teams, no way. Sorry, but you know, maybe next time.
Yeah.
I don't know about the 2-win teams though.
If we're thinking about the vulnerable 2-win teams, then let's sort of have a look at that. Yeah. So like we see Fate with 881 qualifier points, Unity with 837, Dire with 878. That's a lot. Actually, all the 2-win teams today have 793 or higher points. If you go to the 1-win teams, who could become 2-win teams next
Sovereign,
week,
Mother Killer, Angels, Drunk Division,
yeah,
Iron Guard, and Go Hard Gaming.
So yeah, this is where it gets interesting because Hell's Angels actually have a lot of points. And if they win next week, I think there's a pretty good chance they can make it into the qualifiers. I mean, into the playoffs. Drunk Division also a sleeper. I think Go Hard and Araxis Iron Guard. Love you guys, but I think that the playoffs are going to be a hard reach at this point.
I think Go Hard. I will say, I won't say why, but I will say that I think Go Hard will have a chance at getting to playoffs, but beyond that, I have no clue.
You will say, but you won't say why. How mysterious of you, Zagzy.
But yeah, like I won't go into too much details, but I have a feeling, and
My
not
work
because
is
like
done
they're gonna
here.
bring ringers or anything, but rather I have a feeling they're gonna work very hard into improving what they have.
Max just said there are already 8 teams at 2 wins.
Are they?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that means that, yeah. Okay. So in other words, that was a silly statement.
Oh.
So how many teams next week will have 3 wins or more? It'll be Recursion and Vikings. That's 2. And then between the 2-win teams who fight each other, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2-win teams, which means that 3 of them will have 3 wins. That makes 5 3-win. That makes for 4 3-win teams and 1 4-win team, which leaves 3 spots. 3 spots for 2-win teams. I think that's the math. Max, you can check me.
If I guess if I had to bet, TTA WTAC Angels will probably get in. That's my bet.
Word. It's a pretty good bet.
Maybe SAMY. I don't think so though. It'll honestly depend on whether or not the respective teams at this list win their games or not. But we'll see. We'll see.
Max, Henry says 2 teams from the 2-win bracket will qualify. 3, right? Yeah, I think it's 3. So yeah, that I think is what to watch for next week. So all of these teams that are either high point holders that have high points and 2 wins or 1 win. I want to see the Angels make it in. I really want to see the Angels make it into the playoffs, man. I think that's
that's
my wish. That might be my wish.
They've worked hard for this. I hope so too. Like, I honestly, I haven't, hearing that they practice specifically for this. I hope so too.
We haven't mentioned Sovereign Army. They're one of the 1-win teams that could finish with 2, and they have a high point total too, higher than the Angels and Western Tactical and Terran Alliance. I think that they have more points than any of the other 2-win teams or 1-win teams. Interesting. Who did they beat so badly?
I have no.
Must have destroyed
we can
somebody.
check on PS.
Yeah, let's go to PS2
funny that you
alerts.
asked that. We can go on PS2alerts.com.
Yeah, let's do it.
Kai page is so well designed.
Calling out his 10KD, give him a big happy. Love to see
SAMY. They beat wildcards.
So that was their glory match.
They lost to Fate and Unity. They beat wildcards.
Sovereign Army.
Damn, that Money Pants interview is still going on.
Does it show the point totals on these? Let's have a look. So the one where they beat the wild cards. No, I'm looking at SAMY somehow. That's not what I wanted. Sovereign Army. Wild cards. Does it show the points here? I'm still looking at SAMY somehow. I feel like my clicks are just not firing off somehow.
I'm messaging PseudoTaxes right now. I'm gonna find out whether or not he's still interviewing Money Pants.
Okay.
No, Money is just being Money. Oh no. Okay.
Oh,
well,
Sovereign Army is SAMY. Oh my god, I'm
right.
so dumb. I'm so dumb. Sorry, everyone. Yo.
Money Pants ever asks for an interview? Don't let him on your stream.
Yeah, is he a bit of a troublemaker?
Yeah. Let's just leave it at that. Bit of a. He very much likes to talk, and once he starts, it doesn't stop.
Give a man a platform.
Right. Oh,
it's a difficult skill as an interviewer to get the value out of your guest and not let them take over the conversation. Okay, I'm getting a message from Kai. Yeah, this is what I saw earlier actually. I don't know where this was shared. I'll show this here on stream. This is a prediction of the matches for next week. So yeah, okay. Recursion Vikings, that we knew. Iron Forged Alliance and Terran Alliance. That's kind of a funny matchup. So actually, I think this is on my. Go ahead.
Is it out?
I think people just sort of calculated it for themselves.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm gonna pop back into the in-game score. Yoop. Okay. So if we look over this, Iron Forged Alliance and Terran Alliance. Iron Forged Alliance and Terran Alliance. So one of those, Iron Forged Alliance with 938 points. Yeah, the points are really going to matter for whoever loses this game. Whoever wins gets in. Fate of Connery Dyer. Look at that. Fate of Connery 2-1 with 881 points. Dyer with 2-1, 878 points. Dead Heat. Again, the points are going to matter for the loser. Unity and Western Tactical. Western Tactical and Unity. Another 2-1 fight. Same theme. So for all the 2-1 for all the 2-1 now that's going up against each other, Iron Forged Alliance, Terran Alliance, Fate of Connery, Dyer, Unity, Western Tactical. Whoever loses needs to lose without getting warp gated. They need to keep points. And what else? How about the one win matches? I'm curious about that. Mother Killer, Drunk Division.
Right, I don't know if any of the 1-win matches. Maybe Drunk Division. If Drunk Division wins, they have a chance. Otherwise, I don't think any of the 1-win. Just looking at the scores right now.
Well, the 1-win teams. I mean, some of them are going to turn into 2-win teams, and 3 2-win teams are going to make it in. We know that. So
yeah.
So like, yeah, I think both the Angels and Drunk Division, Drunk Division, Mother Killer, and Sovereign Army. All have decently high point totals with 1 win. Hey, you just missed the evening's festivities, Justice. We're done. We're all done casting for the day. We're just sort of digesting and thinking ahead to next week.
The next week is gonna be a couple really good matches on Connery. I can't wait, dude. Like
it's gonna be a really fun weekend for casting, man.
I don't know about Emerald though. I think Emerald, a lot of the good match. It's only like what B-Way versus Gobs, right? Or is it V-Cats versus Gobs?
Yeah, that's B-Way versus Gobs is the prediction that I saw.
Okay, B-Way versus Gobs is the Emerald match. Everybody's gonna want to watch.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I don't know. I think I might try to focus more on casting some of these matches in the mid bracket with people who are fighting for the lower playoff slots. I think that might be more interesting to cast. Also because what's the baseball term? Hit it where they ain't. It's probably better for my channel if I'm not trying to compete with Archie, Kamikaze, and Commander Sirius all at the same time and play PS battles.
But you have a better stream.
Well, I think so too, Zagzy, and I'm glad you agree with me. But it turns out it's hard to convince people of that fact.
No, not to throw shade, but
please do.
You know, it's pretty evident that OBS cam, movement is quite difficult.
Yeah, I think it is. It's an art.
Right. And out of the three,
I've got the coolest hand. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he got the coolest, most dexterous hand. Magic fingers.
Right, baby. That's right, baby. It's funny. Whenever I go in and play PlanetSide after I cast, my mouse movements are so slow. But actually, I think it helps me aim better because I'm a little too twitchy with my normal way I play. It's just kind of a funny thing that I notice.
I won't comment on that just because it's like 10 p.m. and I could go on for hours about aiming and aiming styles and twitches and whatnot. So
fucking recursion. I'm gonna pop over to Emerald and have a look at the points there and see what it looks like.
Gotcha. I'm my voice is starting to give out. I'm a very talkative individual.
Zagzy, you gave us so much content tonight, brother. Thank you so much for jumping in, providing your commentary, and helping us get to know Connery better. Thanks again.
Thanks for having me, Deeg. I appreciate it.
The pleasure was all mine, bro. Chat, say goodnight to Zagzy.
Good night, chat. It'll be like a minute delay. Good night, chat.
Yeah. Chat. Stream delay, man.
Just the image like a skinny Asian dude just waving at the camera. Bye, chat.
All right, I'm imagining it. Good night, Zagzy.
Good night, D.
Let's have a look here at these Emerald point totals. Wow, it's evident how many more teams there are fighting in the Emerald Outfit War. There are the Zagzy good nights. Right on cue. Right on cue. So we have on Emerald 2 teams with 2 undefeated teams. Goblin Jumpers and Bushido Way, who will ostensibly play each other. And after watching Gobs, I don't think they can be stopped. After watching them take on Recursion, I don't think they can be stopped. VCats, despite their loss to B-Way, are the number 2 point getter on the server right now. So let's do the elimination math on Emerald, okay? So their Gobs and B-Way will be in the playoffs. They have 3 wins. They're getting in. How many 2-win teams are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 2-win teams. So 4 of those 2-win teams will become 3-win teams. And in addition to Recursion, in addition to B-Way and Gobs, will get into the playoffs. So that's 6 slots taken, 1 more than Connery, which leaves 2 slots for a 2-win team competing on points. So let's think about what the upsets could look like. Are there any 1-win teams with really high, with decent point totals? Neo Lux Eterna has 604. Goater has 627. 743 for 1TL. Okay, that's a team to watch. Let's look at the bottom point totals for the 2-win teams. 914, 739, 937, 1,000, 950, 750. Okay, so Sokar's Legion, Step Vanu, and Neil No One and KN1 are all vulnerable to exclusion if they don't win their match. And we could have a 1-win team scoring a lot of points. And the teams I would look out for are Neolux Eterna, Midfit Company, Safari with 747 points are an absolute dark horse. Wow. And 1TL with 743. And Goder with 6. Yeah, like... So Neil No One and... Oh god, I can't keep it in my head. Neil No One, Sokar's Legion, and Step Vanu all need to either win or not get stomped. Because that's not a bad path, right? 1TL's a Brazilian outfit. They're competent, but not much more than that. Well, they got points. It's something. Something, dude. And for the teams who are definitely out... So, Exercito is out. War Pigs are out. VSA is almost certainly out with only 509 points. Who else is... Bastar Sin Gloria, 516 points and 1 win. Even if they win, they've got a point hill to climb. AOD, 596. Actually not that far off from Goder and Neolux and some of these outfits that I was calling out. So I think those are the matches to watch. Between the low 2-win and the high 1-win teams. Max, there's space for 2 2-win teams by my math on Emerald. The 2 top point-getting 2-win teams. It would be kind of epic if all the matches were simultaneous on round 4 and we're checking points, trying to work out who's... That sounds fun, dude. That sounds fun. That makes next weekend a really exciting weekend. And you know what's so cool about this? Actually, RPG, I think they nailed it with this qualifier setup. I think they nailed it. What's so cool is these relegation matches that are happening are not... They're not going to be one-sided games. They're going to be the most... After 3 weeks, we are going to have the most even matches in the 4th week. And those relegation matches are going to be absolute nail-biters. Some of the outfits fought garbage outfits in the first round and managed quick wins, which gave them more points. Contrast the first round where Vanu Cats fought BUA and the points were more even. That's a good call-out, Justice. Yeah, that's a level of analysis where you have to go through each match and stuff, and can't keep it all in my head, but that's a good point. Mid was against KN1 last weekend. Henry said we might have broken them. Just Sokar's Legion beating Midfit was the big surprise. You don't know what happened there, but you haven't seen some of Midfit's sweatier players in recent days. What's going on with Midfit Company? There's a lot of players in their lineup who absolutely detest KN1. They spam taunts and shit at us on live. I love unironic rivalries. They're the best. They're the best. Like the final day in the football season where you have relegation battles going down to goal differences. Yeah, man. Okay. This is good because, like, I'll be honest with you guys. Casting the matches this weekend, I'm kind of like, oh my god. Like, I feel like I feel like I'm at like 4 o'clock on Thanksgiving and I've eaten way too much turkey and mashed potatoes and everything else. So I'm just like, I don't want any more. Like I've overeaten on Outfit Wars. But right when I say that, all of a sudden, it's like, oh, what's this? Dessert? Yes, I think I will. I think I will. I got a follow up too. Not tonight. I think I'm gonna gas out and call it a night here shortly because IRL has been bending me over a little bit the last 36 hours. But anyway, there was a note about the War Pig switching to Vanu. I wonder if there's some insurrection going on or what the deal with that is. I saw Chuck Baller wearing purple. Outfit Wars goes Friday night to Sunday afternoon for you. All weekend, brother. Oh, I'm going to turn this game off. GG Planetside. Another good weekend of Outfit Wars. Pigs can't actually be swapping, Max. It's hard for me to imagine, dude. Maybe they're just trying to get some attention now that they've been disqualified from the playoffs. I mean, I don't know. TR sucks. Let's just switch to Vanu. But the pigs can't go Vanu like that. Their whole philosophy is that cheaters and like vicious nerds are attracted to Vanu and they must be opposed. That's the whole like War Pig way. I could see them going NC, and actually NC I think is the unanimous pick for the best guns in Planetside. So I feel like if they're gonna make a move, that's it. That's it. I'm just having a quick look at r/Planetside to see if there's any Outfit Wars stuff. You know, I'm really finding it illuminating to watch the Planetside Reddit during Outfit Wars and how Outfit Wars basically doesn't exist here. It really is highlighting how there are different communities of this game, even on social media. Something I don't know if I've ever really acknowledged in much depth. People are complaining about hitching. Let's pull this post up. Pull up a bit of music. Shall we? Vibe out a little bit. This is from Hot Horns. Hitching is getting worse. Yeah, okay. This guy is saying that hitching is worse depending on the quality of your CPU. Is that true? This sort of suggests that there's some kind of script running. But if it's CPU, then it would be something happening on the client, right? I don't know. I mean, this is just people trying to figure shit out. Inky Dog from Neolux says we had players who couldn't shoot after dying into max, and when they tried to reset it by getting in a vehicle, they couldn't exit. Very old bugs from 2013. And the content was made like in 2013. Please tell me this is just a coincidence and not an unholy treasure trove of early Planetside 2 bugs baked into the map, waiting to be unleashed. Those are the Vanu secrets buried beneath the Nexus. It's 10-year-old Planetside bugs. Do I want to see your hitching bug from today? Yeah, man. Do you got a video for us, Kai? I'll have a look. Tiger's uploading all their matches to his YouTube channel. Always entertaining viewing. It is fun watching the Pigs VODs. Worth noting that Pigs went from Connery to Emerald due to what happened in last year's Outfit Wars. That is there's precedent for this. Is that the reason they went to Emerald? I feel like I talked to Pale about this and he said something else, but I mean, just because Pale said it doesn't mean it's true. Max, you respect hedging things up for a new experience, a new cupcake to lick. Of course you love it. Last Off It Wars, there were clips about epic moments. Yeah, actually, I think that who was it? Who was I co-casting with last night? Ops Hacks posted a Twitch clip from his Twitch of a hype moment that him and I captured, the one where recursion prevented the getting warp gated. Okay, here's the hitching bug from Kai. 10 KD Kai. Finding it bitter. Holy shit. That's wild. Look at the panic. What's going on? What gun are you using, man? And why can't you stop shooting? What the fuck is happening here? Go Hard Gaming! Just casted a match? You casted a Go Hard Gaming match? Or you Go Hard casted another match? What's up, brother? It is good to see you. Are you Courage? Borderline unplayable, not even being hyperbolic. Yeah, I on Emerald, I was talking to Zagzy about this earlier in the night. The hitching just looked fucking brutal, dude. Like, this has got to be fixed before the championships. We've got 2 weeks. You've got 2 weeks. If this shit is still going on when the 2 best outfits on each server play each other, the community is going to cry bloody murder. Yeet man / Courage. Hell yeah, dude. The one, the only. Holy Yeet man. Can we cast a game together? I'm open to it, go. Yeet man / Courage. I'm totally open to it. Hit me up on Discord, dude. But I'm guessing if you co-casted a match, then you must have you must be in the Outfit Wars caster crew on Planetside Battles, because I can't hook you up with an observer cam is the only thing. Someone said that this turn-based update is cool. You've been drinking milk when you read that. Would have come out of your nose. Oh, man. Oh. Music too strong. Yeah, I remember you, Courage. How could I forget you, brother? Coach Courage. All right, dude. I'll DM you sometime this week. We'll see if we can figure something out. That sounds like a good time, man. Steve-O says, hitching actually worked in my favor today. I fell from a cliff that should have killed me. I hitched just before I hit the ground and took no fall damage. Hey, the hitch giveth, and the hitch taketh away. Cigar Envy says, we had people in our match today hitching at separate points and lengths of time. Not that it was the reason for our loss, but it was seriously made the situation worse. There's truth right there. We all looked forward to our match, hoping for an entertaining fight, but we got a hitching mess. Great job by 1TR. You guys fight hard. I hope we get to try our luck again. This is it right here, man. This is it. This is the important truth. It's not that people are losing because of it. It's that people are feeling cheated out of an enjoyable competition. It ain't all the W or the L at the end of the match. It's also how you got there. It's the frags you made along the way. Outfit Wars Nexus Season 1, sponsored by Google Slides. I saw, Kai, that you had a heavily downvoted response to that clip of me and Ops Hacks going nuts over recursion. I had a little giggle over that. This got so bad pigs picked up and moved to Emerald. Given how strong recursion was back then, you imagine it was pretty harsh. What was it that got so bad for them on Connery though? I don't get it. Yeah, they colluded with Renegade 18, but like, was there some fallout for them? I don't understand. Was the Connery community hard on them? PlanetSide 3, a turn-based MMO strategy game for your mobile device. Free to play with all the horrible monetization schemes you expect from a 2020s game. You want to know what PlanetSide the RTS would look like? Have a look at this. I was picking clips out for the Rel interview. By the way, go watch my Rel interview if you haven't watched it yet. And this is awesome. PlanetSide 2 announcement trailer, official video. Look at this. Look at this. September 28th, 2011. Almost 10 years ago to the day. Tell me it doesn't look like Command and Conquer. Araxis, Indar Continent. Grid 17 comm outpost. Look at all these meaningless readouts. 252M, alt, 151 kph GPD, 50 miles per hour, 62 OPP, down POV, timer 54 seconds, 32 points, that. Here we go, baby. What is that building? What is this? It looks kind of like an oil refinery, or like a very strange tech plant. Oh, it's a tower. Oh boy, here comes the air to ground. I couldn't believe how dated this looked when I saw it. I couldn't believe it. Henry, you watched it twice already? Holy shit, dude. Did you enjoy it, man? Guess you must have. I'm low-key hoping that I baited Lex hard enough in that interview to get him to do a reaction. I don't know if he did, but I thought the delete heavy assault section might get him to react to it. Recursion was very upset about losing their Outfit Wars match due to double teaming. You only secondhand information about all this, though. They were pretty stoic about it publicly, but I mean, I don't know. Recursion is kind of like you never really know what it is they think. They keep a really well developed mask on whenever they speak to the community. You even hear Zagzy do it. You know I did. Awesome, Henry. Looks like a mining rig. All right. I missed the opportunity for a Zelda joke in the section titles. Where? Hang on. I don't know what you mean. Where is... Here we go. Section titles... Cadence of Hyrule? Cadence of Hyrule? What? The interviewee is just the guy who can keep their shit together the best, while the rest of the outfit might be seething. Yeah, that's... I don't know, though. I don't like it when when leaders are not what's the word? I don't like it when people try to present a more favorable, more agreeable false face to the community. I really like it when some bit of truth about what the outfit is dealing and going through comes out. That's the human thing. That's actually a critique of recursion. They act a bit like robots, and they're not. Tell us what hurt you, recursion. Point on this chart. Cadence of Hyrule is a game? Okay. Right over my head, man. We need Max the console gamer in to get these jokes. And me and Rel talked a lot about cadence in the issues and speed bump section. Right. Right. Yeah, that's fair, dude. You're right, we did. Yeah, you know, I got to the end of that interview and I realized there were a handful of questions that I could have and should have asked. But that pretty much always happens. So, at least I'm on the table for next time, I guess. "2015 Farmers League hurt them." I remember that, dude. In fact, on my my original Reddit account, I think I called them out. Wonder if I can find my original Reddit account. I don't know if I can. Is it user / I'm pretty sure Darth Greg was my account, but I don't see it. Huh. Darth Greg exists but has no posts. I think I deleted my posts. It's a roguelike you haven't played. Yeah, so anyway, the Farmers League funding, like, if I remember right, it's because Therum's internet connection was dodgy as fuck. And at the same time it was dodgy as fuck, he was also on the bleeding edge of doing netcode. Like, I'm going to say the phrase netcode manipulation, but it's not like he was using tools from outside the game to do it. He was just getting the most out of the animation interpolation that PlanetSide does in order to make himself lag the fuck around, look more like a wizard than he is. And I remember Future Crew and some of the other folks were really pissed about it because they felt like essentially it was like to the level of being an exploit. You would see these incredibly dodgy interactions with Therum. And apparently, Recursion heard so many complaints, they took their ball and went home. And I called them out, man. I called them out. I actually have comments in that thread. The famous clip. Yes, share it with me, Kai. And if you have the thread link, send it to me. I didn't comment to it on this account, did I? I think I only made this account in the last couple years. I can't find my old Reddit account, though, for whatever reason. Oh. I'm tired. Oh. Okay, here is the Farmers League. All right, you've linked me to the specific time code. Farmers League. Farmers League was the thing that got me hyped to play PlanetSide 2. It's a funny thing to admit. Because I wasn't doing any gaming for the first couple years PlanetSide 2 was out. Anyway.
Kind of getting surrounded on this point, though. Wow. Whoever got in there, their buddies didn't follow them. Recursion let 2 guys in, and who knows what happened to the rest.
Looks like AC is establishing dominance right now.
Yeah, it looked like Aftermath had
the heavy wiggle there.
Oh man, did you see that? I caught that on camera. He was warping all over the place. Unfortunately though, M42, he got a TK right off the bat, so AC's up 8 to -1 right now. It's not a very good start for Recursion.
Now here's the trick. You got...
This is the immersive old school PlanetSide graphics, everyone. This is what everyone wants. The color grading. The color grading. I love when he zooms right off the platform.
Right through the middle there.
Yeah, they're...
All right, here's the lag wizard.
Getting surrounded on this point, though.
Jukin, jiving.
Wow.
Whoever got
teleporting.
in there, their buddies didn't follow him.
You see, like... It's the kind of thing where, like, it might not be like Therum's fault, but it is Recursion's responsibility. Do you have the link to that thread too, Kai? The Reddit thread? Kid Riot, man, that's a name. That's a blast from the past. Yeah, that was Therum, Falco. Lex is in this match. Look, Lexington Steel. Actually, my camera might be covering it, but he's playing for AC. Back when Lex cooperated with others. Looking for it now. We'll look at that thread, and then we'll probably call it an evening after that. If I stay up any later, I'm going to make myself sick. I'm so fucking tired. The old mission system, it was a message to go to the nearest base, and that's it. Players need direction, man. Henry, with that bad connection, probably be the proper thing to do not to participate, even if you wanted to, though. That I think is the reasonable take. But apparently it was so unreasonable to Recursion that they had to quit the whole thing. Darth Greg with a 3 is my username. Oh, that's why I couldn't find myself. Kai's hooking me up. Oh yeah, this is such chicken shit stuff. Oh god, this is so chicken shit and performative. Sorry, like I like the Recursion people. Like they're on good terms, but this was a moment, man. Recursion has decided to pull out of the Farmers League Invitational and will not be participating in the finals this weekend. Why? Number 1, we were never vested in this endeavor. This was because we never really cared for the competitive scene surrounding PlanetSide. Nonetheless, we decided to accept the invitation to quiet those that thought that we couldn't hold our own, and fully committed ourselves to building an effective, dynamic team to participate at great sacrifice to our outfit's live play. However, in preparation for our upcoming matches, we've decisively come to conclusion that we simply do not want any more to do with this. We took Connery and have decided that we couldn't care less about the Emerald teams. Truthfully, the recent public toxicity pointed towards our community members such as Luke and Ethereum by a substantial portion of this so-called competitive community has been staggering. We have gone to great lengths to try to reason with these outfits, but they have shown us that no amount of diplomacy will stop them from turning what should be a fun and respectful match into a vitriol-filled arena where win or lose, childish insults are flung. This fucking drips. This drips. Oh my god. 7 years ago. Oh god, that first paragraph is so good. Number 2, PlanetSide 2 is a game about infantry, air, tanks, and maxes. The competitive community believes these things do not take skill. The collective mentality of the elite player sphere declares that pure talent resides in one's ability to play infantry in an honorable fashion. To that we ask, Why are you playing this game and not Counter-Strike? When Future Crew approached us with the idea of farmers, we believed that they might have a viable competitive league as their rules seemed to simulate ultra-small scale infantry combat that seemed to be a good middle ground between core infantry play and not taking away the planet-side specific tools available to them on live. However, despite the well-defined rules created for this arena, the purists publicly slandered every angle that may counter or challenge their preferred playstyle, forcing discomfort and perpendicular adaptation. First, it was the rocket launchers that went. First, they took our rocket launchers, then they took our cyclones, and then they took our movement meta. Rather than adapt, I paraphrased a little there. Rather than adapt, the community demanded for more confined rules that would enable their styles to thrive. We showed them a different way and were successful. The narratives spun about our members were absolutely without merit. There are no exploits, no cheating, and no chicanery from our team. The creative director himself witnessed our tactics and did not cry foul. Number 3. Recursion has been an outfit that has been always focused on live play. We've always found the game that exists to be more fun and a better use of time. The vast majority of our past and present team members want to return to this play, and that's what we plan to do. In retrospect, we should have avoided this league as we have the past opportunities towards non-live competitive play. To be clear, there's absolutely no desire in any of our members for Recursion to participate further in this. Up to this point, we've gone out of our way to avoid the bottom rung of human indecency. We plan to continue this, despite internet convention demanding an ever-swirling cesspool of hyperbolized trash. I want to add some important clarification here. The Future Crew involved in organizing and participating in this tournament have done a phenomenal job, both operationally and technically, with running this tournament, and have also proven to be a more respectful bunch of individuals than we anticipated, and we sincerely thank them for that. They objectively put on a good tournament, and it is a shame that the slots had to be filled with and followed by toxicity. We hope the Future Crew will take our spot for this final match and do Connery proud. You've wanted this more than you have wanted this more than we have. We will see you on live. Signed, Recursion Leadership and X-Competitive Team. This is like copy pasta quality. It might be too long for it, though. God. This is so thick. This is deep ancient lore. This is the foundation of planetside culture at work. It's worse than you remember, Kai. It's so bad. It's so bad. Just this kind of carefully worded essay that somebody took a while to make, willing to bet a lot of other people looked it over too. They took the rocket launchers, then the movement code broke, and it's all client side and hitching now. If everybody's wall hacking, nobody is. It's still a pasta quality shitpost, Max says, yeah. All right, now let's see what Darth Gregg said about this. I'm pretty sure I didn't get any upvotes. Let's see if I can find my my contribution. Oh, I have 4 posts. This is gonna be awkward. Oh, and I was repping the Future Crew tag? That's awkward. No, I think I added the Future Crew tag later. All right, I responded to this post. Parent. Arctorn. You know, I'm just agreeing with this person. That's not that interesting. Let's see what else I had to say. There's no reason the situation couldn't have bent rather than shattered. I love PlanetSide too, but I just don't have the accessibility to play it at a high level. And I've tremendously enjoyed every single minute of the Farmers League. I hope you can still have something to watch on Saturday. Okay. Responding to Luke from Recursion with some more follow-up. This is bewildering. What does it have to do with Therum and Farmers League? Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I did have a top-level post. Let's actually go with that, and then we'll do my responses. I had 11 upvotes. Let's go. I'm disappointed. Recursion could have won this competition and looked good doing it. Instead, they've taken their ball and gone home. I don't blame them for taking this scrutiny personally, but it could have been handled with more grace and aplomb. Worst of all is how this situation brings shame and discredit to the Farmers League, the competitive community, and all the people who have poured time into it. Wow, what a banger of a comment. Bam! I'm gonna upvote that 7 years later. Pretty good comment, Darth Greg. Rhino didn't agree with me. Whatever. Best efforts do not always yield best situations, and bad situations call for more. Listen to how reasonable I am. Oh, God, it's crushing. Agreed. Best efforts do not always yield best situations, and bad situations call for more flexible solutions than good ones. Wait. Man, this guy is smart. I really like this guy. This is so self-congratulatory. All right, now I want to read this. This looks fun. Did I have a debate with that Rhino guy? Oh, well, let's look. Let's look. Maybe. Oh, God, there's a lot more. Oh, we did. We did. Oh, shit. Hang on, I got to get something to drink. My lips are parched. Okay. Rhino says, on the contrary, they put the ball in the hands of the team that they beat and let them take their legitimately earned spot in the finals because the spectators were being insulting morons. Good on them for recognizing that the game is played for fun. And if competing in this isn't worth the garbage and excuses from the fans of the team they beat, they have every right and reason to respectfully withdraw. To wit, it's curious that you began your statement with, on the contrary, as you did not contradict me with anything that followed it. Recursion exercised their right to self-determination. I do not fault them for it, nor do I wish to deprive them of it. Oh, God. Just wrecking him. Rhino says, you suggest that they did something childish and irresponsible. I suggest they acted in a reasonable adult manner and applaud them for it. Did I continue? Oh yeah, here I got one. One more. Like it or not, Recursion played a role in their own dissatisfaction. Placing the onus of blame solely on one out of the several aggrieved parties is a childish oversimplification. He did it. I dunked on him with that first. That was a fucking dunk, dude. I should see what other bangers I have on this old account before I started using Reddit exclusively to promote my YouTube channel. Rhino's a good dude. I believe he is. We just disagreed on this one. Did he get dunked so hard that he stopped posting? Let's see if Rhino's still active on Reddit. I think I've seen his name. Yeah, he's still rocking it. Still rocking it. I guarantee you that I spent like half an hour writing that reply. I guarantee you. I know exactly where I was sitting while I was doing it too. I'm not going to say any more on stream about that. Okay. I want to look at the one by what's his face? This one. From Luke. I was secretly an S++ forum warrior in a past life. I gave it up. I gave it all up to be a podcaster, man. What can I say? Luke. Just to be preemptive about the accusations regarding team killing, AC, as we all know, is a bit self-centered when it comes to things. They were the tail end of something that had been going on for months and greatly affected all Recursion streamers, including myself. These are the details about the matter. AC was told these details right before the start, but being the upstanding and mature individuals that they were, decided to do what they are trying to do with a theorem. So to clear up the facts, I was the first person to be stream sniped by I Like Turtles, an intern at work. When I took PTO to do an all-day stream during Double XP weekend to stream, he killed me 7 times. At the time, I didn't know who it was. I Like Turtles continued to stream snipe me when I streamed, and when I found out who it was, I told him to never do it again. I Like Turtles continued to stream snipe at home and during lunch at work, killing Recursion members since he knew that was my outfit. He guesses he has easily 50+ kills. I Like Turtles found out about Farmers League when we watched the match against TXR that I played in. This is how he came to find AC. I Like Turtles continued to TK Recursion members as well as AC members until I received a notice from SOE that my account was suspended for 7 days. I contacted their customer support immediately and told them the situation. They said they couldn't remove the suspension. I told them more details to look into, and within 20 minutes, they unsuspended my account. I Like Turtles has 3+ accounts that have not been touched by SOE. After talking with fellow Recursion members about the situation and what he could do to try and alleviate the situation, I love how fucking non-specific this was. This is the situation. This Recursion messaging is so double speaky. Oh God. I approached I Like Turtles and asked him if he would do a candid interview. He agreed, as he could not care less about PlanetSide 2, the community, or any of its players, and thought it would be funny. I told all of this to Lex, originally thinking that I was dealing with a level-headed adult. Mistake. Love you, Lex. I obviously was wrong. I then told Dis, thinking he seemed a bit more mature. Again, poor choice on my part. I removed the video from my server because the deal with AC was that it wasn't to be shown to anyone. AC is a very mature and stand-up group of young men, but for some reason, they didn't follow the request. The only reason I even put this out there is that there are some individuals in the community who I actually respect and would like for them to know the truth, especially fellow Recursion members that were TK'd by this guy repeatedly for months before I knew he was still TKing people. It is a prime example of the professionalism and respect that is shown in this community. It could have ended at, "Hey Luke, I heard you got suspended for stream sniping. What's going on?" "Oh no, that was a punk at work with has been TKing me and fellow Recursion for months. I know him IRL, I'll give a smack upside the head for you." Darth Greg responds, "This is bewildering. What does it have to do with Theorem and Farmers League?" I'm not reading any deeper. Man, this thread is so rich. Thank you, Kai, for digging this out. I owe you one, brother. This is good. This is good. I need to find Trying to find. Yeah. I should get a printout of this tweet and put it on my wall. Just frame it. They call it a tweet, post, comment, whatever. Mr. Cookie, here, I'll link it here in the chat. This is an old PlanetSide Reddit thread that I weighed in on my old PlanetSide, my old Reddit account. What other fire takes did Darth Greg have? Let's look at controversial. How do you do that? Comments. I didn't really make any submissions. Oh, I did make some submissions on this. Guild Wars 2 and PlanetSide 2. Some things don't change, man. Sort by controversial. I'm going to go to comments. 7 years ago, these comments were made. Go up on Reddit and you'll see the exact same style. Maybe different names. Ah, man, those. I'm so glad that no one deleted their comments on that thread. Like, I feel like that's the kind of thing that would happen. Oh, here's another recursion response from me. What's undeniable here is that the recursion is, for some reason, pandering to the public when there's frankly no need to. The question is why. Say what you want about AC, but they're making no apology to the public at large, and there's something about that that's easy to trust. It's clear the whole story is not present in this thread, and although it would do little more than stir the pot and satisfy my own curiosity, I wish some indiscreet insider would blow the lid off the damn thing. Storytelling in Raid Wing 2 for Guild Wars 2. Comment. I really hope this thread can avoid the all content should be for me comments. Classic MMO gamers. All content is me content. Should be me content. Oh, the Heart of Thorns hate train for Guild Wars 2? Yeah, I remember that, dude. Recursion has blackened its tongue by conflating toxic attitudes with competitive attitudes. It's no rosier on your lips. Oh, yeah, dude. The PlanetSide posts are fun. Oh, here's something that aged like milk. Any single-player content for Overwatch is a red herring. Do you need single-player? Overwatch is not for you. Oops. Wow, look at how much effort I put into this Reddit comment. This is just horse shit. I don't even know what I was responding to. I just like that. A Shakespearean level Berserk. I put a lot of effort into this stuff. I mean, you can see the future podcaster in here, right? Like, this is clearly someone who thinks a lot about this shit, has something to say. But I was spilling all that effort onto Reddit. I've been such a happier human being since I've stopped doing that. Just personally. I posted a lot more in Guild Wars threads on this account. Here's a recursion thing. What are your reasonable reasons, Sale? At this point, I don't know if you're doing yourself any favors by not being specific. So far, the clearest picture I've been able to assemble is that your feelings were hurt by the drama you stirred up by choosing to field a controversial player. You pointed the finger at the league, then took your ball and went home out of spite. Add to all this an obviously pre-existing grudge against Future Crew. This is what I see. I'd like to be wrong. Own sale. Boom. This is some massive ego inflation for me right now. Your post exhibits strong signs of martyr complex and the Dunning-Kruger effect. Warning. What was I responding to here? Oh, God, I have to see what this is a response to. This is too interesting. Hang on, I just want to see the full context. Wow, okay, this is a real fucking thread. Oh, you deleted their post. Why? Come on, dude. I wrecked this kid right off the internet. I went to town on this guy. Let's entertain ourselves here. Or at least I'll entertain myself. I hope you guys find it entertaining too. Sorry, it's not Planet Side. The thread is, why aren't people interested in raids? Always a good question. I would have thought that all the people who ran dungeons every day and loved content like Liadri would be jumping into joy at raids. At least in my guild, many of these people are openly against the idea of raiding. Is my guild just an oddity, or do others feel this way as well? Why adding an extra 5 people into the mix suddenly makes the content not interesting? And there's elaboration. Okay. Top comment. The Guild Wars 2 community is largely made up of MMO veterans. Players who are sick of the same old grind you see in every other MMO in the market. What attracted so many in this game was the promises of no gear grinds and raid-style elitism, and ANET has abandoned that concept with Heart of Thorns. There's a number of reasons why the majority dislike raids. Raiding veterans who have spent many years raiding in other MMOs and came to Guild Wars to escape it. The extreme toxic and elitist culture that has always consumed this community. Being locked out because of gear on the class or spec you play. The dev resources that could be spent making new fractals or dungeons. A little zero-sum error there. Raids are blamed for the death of dungeons. This may or may not be true. The clear bias ArenaNet has put on raids pumping out new raids faster than any dungeon or fractal in the last 3 years of Guild Wars 2. I wish that had continued. Raids are now dead in modern Guild Wars, by the way. Deader than dungeons. No other content being added to the game, and unlikely to be added for many months. There was a non-raid content drought after Heart of Thorns. Essential context for these complaints. Like a 9-month period before and after Heart of Thorns where no content was added to the game. It was brutal. It was not a good time for the game, man. Time commitment, players have real life, blah, blah, blah. Harder to find 10 players than 5. Organization required to schedule 10, keep them all happy. Raiders like to abuse those of us who dislike raids as noobs or lazy idiots incapable of learning simple mechanics. The reality is those of us who dislike raids are extremely skilled gamers who see raiding as a betrayal of Guild Wars 2 core principles. I am not against difficult content. I loved Liadri and would love to see more content like that. I want equality in content, for example. Every raid released there should be a new fractal or dungeon of equal size also released. Also, other areas of the game like World v. World and Live in Story should have been released by now, giving player options. This paragraph is my favorite. Just this one sentence. The reality is those of us who dislike raids are extremely skilled gamers who see raiding as a betrayal of Guild Wars 2 core principles. Wow. Oh, let's see. Finally, my retort. Controversial. This post poses a fairly broad accusation that is incorrect both in breadth and in many of its details. Guild Wars 2 is not predominantly made of raid-tech MMO veterans. The low grind philosophy and lack of a subscription model were not designed to attract the same old MMO crowd. Yeah, I think that's smart. The toxicity of this community is mild compared to most competitive titles or more vertically driven MMOs. Yeah, true. An ascended weapon and a few ascended trinkets are enough to get any player with a few percentage points of best possible gear, and every profession is raid viable. Roughly 5% of the live development team is devoted to raids. You also assume a zero-sum philosophy, which is patently untrue in software development. Killing one feature does not equal the introduction of another. Though you acknowledge that raids may not be responsible for killing dungeons, it's worth stating unequivocally that they are not. Liquid gold rewards were shifted to market-friendly rewards in the form of map bonuses and fractal rewards largely. Raid loot is hardly worth the time unless you're in the 1% that can clear it quickly and consistently, or care about legendary armor. Dungeons were a launch feature that has been totally abandoned in Guild Wars 2's live development, so yeah, that sucks. But 5 fractals were added roughly 1 year after their release, and 2 years after that, the entire system was revised. Raids right now are in their first iteration. The true test of ArenaNet's group PvE content bias will be revealed after the current set of raid wings are fully implemented. After that, will we be seeing more and more raids, changes to dungeons, or more fractals? The answer, ladies and gentlemen, is dead raids, dead dungeons, some fractals, and strikes. Strikes. The lack of other content for the next few months is super frustrating, but this again relies on zero sum to assert that if raids were not being released, other content would be released. This is not true. And don't forget, only 5% of the live team works on raids. Time commitment, finally a legitimate complaint. You need 2-hour chunks to make any progress at all in raids. Even though I raid enthusiastically, I must admit, I sometimes wish I could reclaim an evening back from a scheduled raiding commitment. Organization is definitely a thing, but unless you're an organizer, it's not really something to be concerned with. Responding to raiders like to abuse those of us who dislike raids as noobs or lazy idiots incapable of learning simple mechanics. This is hyperbole, a hyperbolic representation of a true principle. The highest gate between a player and successful raiding is a willingness to fail, learn, and try again in front of 9 other people 10 to 20 times in a sitting in order to overcome a challenge. It's not for everyone. Quote, the reality is those of us who dislike raids are extremely skilled gamers who see raiding as a betrayal of Guild Wars 2 core principles. This is just horseshit. What's the difference between horseshit and bullshit? There is a difference, right? I think there's a difference. I had this written down somewhere recently. And this deleted response. Your post exhibits strong signs of martyr complex and Dunning-Kruger effect. I'm not part of an abusive, immature, selfish, toxic, or destructive elite. I raid because it's fun. I can make the time and because I enjoy the challenge. I hope a lot of other people do the same. The fact that you can't or won't enjoy it is your problem and not my fault or my friends' faults. This is self-deluded nonsense. Not 100% irrefutable fact. I don't know how to say this without sounding like a dick, but please examine the meaning of these words. Redditors agreeing with you does not make you right. It usually makes you part of a mob. Read that link and think about it. The rest of your comments I've already addressed. The zero-sum game in software development is a fallacy. Raids didn't kill dungeons. Blah, 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 etc. Just proposes one comes from a horse and one comes from a bull. Got it. And finally, the last thing I say. I really wish I could read what these were. Fuck. I've responded directly to your argument. A straw man would indicate that I've conflated your argument and responded to that. I'm here to disabuse your argument, not you. I don't represent 100% of raiders, and you don't represent 100% of non-raiders. I urge you to take all of this much less personally. Oh, God. I was brutal, man. That was brutal. Ah, wrecked. Wrecked. Oh, I will not suffer a noob. Sorry, SimJHR. Horseshit is bullshit, but with intention of gaslighting. That's right. Like, I feel like bullshit is someone trying to put something over on you, and horseshit is when you're putting something over on yourself. I think that's the difference. Bullshit is you know it's wrong. Horseshit is you don't know it's wrong. So, like, if I were to be like, I'm an important PlanetSide streamer that deserves access to PlanetSide staff, that would be horseshit because I'm deluding myself and passing it on to you. What if I said, hey guys, I just talked to Rel and I got a preview of the next content update? That's bullshit because I'm lying to you and I know the truth. Kai, you get Lex vibes from some of these replies. Different wording, but you are both so creative with your takedowns. You see how I've changed though, Kai? Like, there's real pain behind the directness and confrontational quality of these posts. Comparing me to Lex, though, I actually feel a little complimented by that. Fallacy detective, mob appeal. Oh. Yes. Yes. Darth Greg. Mwah. I missed you. The reason I stopped doing this is because no one fucking cared, man. Look at all these posts. 0 points, 0 points. 11 points, wow. PlanetSide's always loved my takes. I don't know why. I mean, compared to other communities, I should say. Not compared to other people. All right. Well, this was really fun and totally unexpected. Shatterline's pretty cool. Dipping in and out of it. Cool, man. I'm glad you found something you like, Shuffle. You like this guy? Maybe we'll take another trip into Darth Greg's past. Maybe I should read some of y'all my old book reviews from Return of the Fanboy when I created a fan blog for Star Wars Extended Universe books. It didn't last very long, so there's not a lot there. Reading up a little just when you put hyperlinks in your rebuttals, you know things have gone bonkers. Deleting posts that long ago should be banned. I don't think you should be able to delete anything on Reddit. It's a threaded conversation. Deleting shit wrecks it. What exactly, Kai? Exactly. Ah, I love the internet. I love all the people who come to talk to me on it. Look, here's some truth. My stream has been steadily climbing in viewers, concurrence. I love all of you, by the way, so much for coming out and listening. As I've been discussing this, in an alternate universe, I could be doing this kind of shit all day. That would be so fun. Am I depressed on the current state of ragey nerd culture? I think that I've stopped lamenting the culture of ragey nerds and started thinking about ragey nerds as more as people dealing with problems at the human level. And what are those problems? Being a ragey nerd is a solution to a problem, just the same way that me eating myself into an early grave for 20 years was a solution to a problem. Deeg does not share the feelings of us gamer mortals. He has ascended from our simplistic emotions. Would that it were so, Kai. Just watch one stream of me playing PlanetSide. You'll see that's not fucking true. Just there are laws and such wherein people can demand their personal information online be removed. So stopping that outright is probably bad. I mean, this isn't personal, though. Like, the stuff that got deleted, I hear you. I agree with you on what you said, Just. But I'm just going to say that was not... That closed the tab? Is that what happened? Yeah. There's no personal information here. Ragey nerds culture hasn't changed at all in 20 years. That'll change anytime soon. Shuffle, you watched Prey a couple weeks ago and thought it was awesome. Sad to see people complain about it for trivial reasons. Hang on. I have a sentiment for you, for everyone. Let me find it. Here's a good one. Relevant. That sort of person is bound to do that. You might as well resent a fig tree for secreting juice. Anyway, before long, you'll both be dead, and soon forgotten. You might as well resent a fig tree for secreting juice. I am regressing as a planet man. Delete heavy assault. Gonna need intervention from Lex soon. I'm just kind of getting enough content farmed up so that I can have another podcast with Lex. We can have enough to talk about. I really hope Lex reacts to my interview, at least to the part of it where we talked about heavy assault. I have a couple more minutes because the wife is held up. Let me go check in with her. She hurt her back. She's in a rough state. So I've been doing a little bit of nursemaid stuff today. Running around getting her what she needs. Nerd culture was filled with a lot more rumor and wild speculation back when the internet was young. Stories about super secret unlocks in video games with convoluted unlock requirements. Right. The mystique of the discovered cheat or shortcut, stuff like that. Y'all, that's gone, man. All that shit's gone. Am I going to create some YouTube shorts to help grow the channel? I actually made 2 shorts out of the Cardo interview. Spoiler alert, they didn't grow the channel, as far as I can tell. I'm open to it, Shuffle, and maybe there's a better way to use shorts, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I'll take suggestions. Just, you for one, wish her well and speedy recovery. Thanks, Just. Appreciate that. Maybe clip some hot takes and post them. Some of those conversations I have with Rel always feel like they're referring to a specific person. So if the person in question responded, it would be interesting. Well, I mean, I think that Lex is just the most clear manifestation of that mode of engaging with PlanetSide. It's actually crazy to me how locked in he is to that, to his it's almost like Lex is playing a character, like in the same way that like Pale Tiger plays a character. Like they're so into their way of thinking and their way of engaging that they just become sort of larger than life. Some of my heavy assault viewers tell me LA is OP. That might have been you, Kai. I don't know. Kai, you're just always holding me to my shit, which I do appreciate, and I don't wish you to stop. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I'm gonna go. Oh my god, I did stop. Oh fuck. I've been recording this whole time. Okay. Got some hard drive cleanup to do tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday for me here in the US, and it is finally a day off for me, which means I gotta go do shopping and all kinds of other personal chores and shit. Will I be streaming in the evening? Almost certainly, because I love it. So I'll see you then. And if you haven't watched the Rel interview yet, go watch it. It's good. I'll see you later.